Barry White.
Yeah, welcome.
Hey, girl.
Yes, this is the spot of the love
Something
hour.
wrong with me.
Coach, did you miss Dre? Did you miss last week? Was what it was?
Yeah, he missed last week.
Yeah.
Every time
hey,
I'm alone with you.
What's so jacked up is that I think that Saturday he missed. I want to say not that Sunday, not that Monday, that Tuesday, whatever he had. I fucked around and like some way and came down with it.
Yeah.
For like 48 hours. I was like, man, what the fuck is going on?
It was a little bug,
A
man.
little 48-hour joint. I like those. They better than to knock you on your ass for 7 days, though. You know.
Yeah.
I can do 48 hours. Shut up. You know.
Yeah, man, I was.
Just shut up
That
about
ain't
it.
too bad.
Man, I was hurting like a mug. Had sick, drinking chicken broth and Gatorade and everything else. I'm like, man, I couldn't keep nothing down. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm straight.
Stomach bug? It's crazy.
Yeah, it was hurting, man. So
Glad y'all back. Glad y'all good.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to get that vitamin C in you. You know what I'm saying?
Practice what you preach.
For sure.
Oh man.
Welcome to the sports panel. I am your host, Will. I am accompanied by my good friends here. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Coach Dre.
Coach Corey.
I'm just Mark. I'm telling you, we got to get something from you.
Marky Mark.
Well, you coach Mark too now.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Coach Smart. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
you got to officially like take classes to be a coach.
My bad.
Volunteer Mark.
I just got
No, I'm just
threw
playing
in
with
there.
I'm just playing with you, bro.
like Dr. Umar. He just
I'm just playing with you, bro.
just a doctor out of nowhere.
Look, just let me know what books I got to get, and then I'll read them.
You doing the right thing now.
It's just like going to school to be a referee. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you studying, knowing exactly what you need to do, knowing when to call a zone, when to call a timeout and everything, you know.
Because if I say put him in a 1-3-1, you got to be like, huh? You're like, what?
Right.
You know what that is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You got to know when to yell at the kids, when not to yell at the kids.
Well, the thing is, these are only like second and third graders, so they don't want us to
Them
do
the
too
ones
much.
them the ones you yell at the most.
Those are the ones you want to yell at, but
Oh nah, ain't no
sometimes
one.
you can't. No,
Hey.
sometimes you can't.
Oh, because y'all was with the PEBL, huh?
Yeah.
Nah.
Just wait till you get that
Those
one.
kids get yelled at
Yeah,
too.
wait till you get that one parent and sit here and say, why my baby ain't playing? Why you ain't put him in the game? And they better than this kid. Da, 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 da. Have you been to the practices? Have you been to the game? Have you seen your kid? He literally had a kid. Parents sitting here, man, my son need to be playing. My son need to be doing this and that. And I'm looking at the father like, have you been at the game? Have you been at practice? Yeah. I was like, okay, I want you to sit here and I want you to look at your son. Man, Dre put him in the game. I'm looking at the kid. He just running up and down the court doing one of these. I'm like, yeah. You wonder why your kid ain't getting in the game. He's spaced out. Don't know what's going on.
He doing cardio.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much.
I thought you was talking about the one kid with the championship game when his dad was like, other kids can bring the ball up. Remember that one time?
Oh, man, dude.
Yeah, we were already winning by like maybe 15 in the championship game, right? So my son, he's 6, so he's skilled. So he was bringing the ball up, but he was actually passing it and, you know what I'm saying, scoring points and everything. So once we got the league like that, I subbed my son out. We only had 7 players. So I got the league, and then I subbed my son out, and then I was letting everybody bring the ball up, and he was like, man, everybody need to get the chance to bring the ball up. I was like, you just saw your son bring the ball up? And then he just started talking, and I just went off on him, man. I was just like, man, I'm not going to fault these other parents because you don't work with your son. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
true.
like, your son, the only one out here that don't know what he doing. This is the championship game, and he still don't know how to bring the ball up.
How many turnovers did he have?
That's a reflection on you, sir. Stop yelling on the court
Sir, you suck.
before I put you out.
Well, they have a rule where each kid has to play 2 quarters.
Yeah, which is kind of horrible, man.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah.
It's
kind of hard
We're in
whether
a participation trophy era.
Yeah.
For real. So that's what that is.
it's hard to like be like, you know what, I'm gonna put you in so that way this person can go in and then we'll for sure be good later on. So
and,
it's
and
like,
most of those kids don't want to play 2 quarters. So it's like, oh, I'm stuck with 6 kids that don't want to play, 2 kids that want to play, but I gotta sub them out. And once I sub them out, somebody else about to win the game now because these kids don't want to play and they got to get in the game.
Exactly.
No, so that's why with our league we only require 1 quarter, quarter, and you're able to play different defenses and things. So like for the 7th and 8th grade, you hit the wristband, and but that PEBL league, man, that's my idea. They got that from me.
hey, don't look at me.
I'm just letting you know.
I didn't go over there and tell. Hey, Pat, we need to start this.
I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying?
Putting it out there, Mike.
Look, hey, 4th, 5th, and 6th, they have their own. They're in their own category, and they don't have to wear wristbands now.
I'm just letting you know where the platform came from.
I mean,
The blueprint.
Right. Just think about it. Like,
I just refused the job.
if each
You better
kid,
go sue them.
Right. If each kid is playing a quarter, so like, because I used to coach Biddy, so with that being said, each kid playing a quarter, you got 10 players on your team. You strategize. Okay, look, I'm gonna take my 3 best players. I'm gonna start them with 2 of my bench players. Good. We got a lead. Now I'm finna take 2 of my starters, put them in with the other bench in the second quarter. That third quarter, it's that starting 5. Let's go. That fourth quarter, you gonna have to earn that. Everybody got to earn.
Everybody got to earn that 4th quarter. That's how you work that rotation like that. For real, especially with the young kids, you know.
Yeah, man.
And like at that age range, we pretty much dominate the region with the kids. Like we know how to work with the kids in that age.
Yeah.
So if you want to work with the kids, you need your kids to be developed. I'll let your coaches.
Indeed.
There you go. We got a good show ahead of us. We'll go ahead and get right into it. Let me see where it came from. Was it ESPN Player of the Year? Caitlin Clark was Athlete of the Year.
No, I don't think it
No,
was
that was
his,
like
man.
Northwest Indiana Star, Indianapolis.
I don't know if it was ESPN
Post or
or
Time Magazine. There you go.
Yeah, Time Magazine.
They still
Oh, wait.
around?
Wait.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yep, it's Time Magazine.
Time
Magazine's been real controversial lately.
Nobody reads magazines.
Well, true. And I mean, it's a digital magazine for the most part, but they also have Donald Trump as like the person of the year.
Oh, okay. I can understand why Caitlin is the athlete of the year then.
Yeah.
I can see where they're going.
Person of the year. All right, okay. Mm-hmm.
The owner of the Mystics co-owner Sheila Johnson, she criticized it and said that you should make the whole WNBA the athlete of the year because of the surgence of viewership, but the surgence of viewership is contributed to a handful of people. So what do you guys think? Do you feel like it's fair to have one person be the athlete of the year, or should they share it? How should that work?
It's not fair. I mean, it's not a problem for one person to be it, but at least that one person be somebody who won a championship maybe, or
Right.
Took their team pretty far, not just somebody who got drafted.
I can
Won Rookie of the Year. I never seen just someone who won Rookie of the Year and get Athlete of the Year without winning a championship or a playoff game.
So when she went to the championship game, that was this year, right? Or was it last year?
It was last year.
Because is WNBA just during the
So
summer?
WNBA was last
That was
during the
this
summer.
calendar year, but
So
Yeah.
this
But she still
calendar
lost.
year, this calendar year, she went.
So she started this calendar year at Iowa,
at Iowa and went to the
went
championship.
to
game.
championship game, and then got drafted
Right.
this calendar year, and then and missed the Olympics.
Yeah, missed the Olympics. So, like, my take on that, Caitlin Clark being Athlete of the Year, no, I don't agree with that because she literally just came out and said in an interview that she do feel that white privilege in the WNBA is a thing, and she did say that there are black athletes out there that is 10 times way better than her, and it's a lot of people that kind of ripped her apart for saying that the white privilege thing, and I'm looking like, well, think about it. And I know me and Drayden talked about this. Coach Dre, we talked about this all the time when he said, if Caitlin Clark was that good, how come her coach, the minute they lost in the NCAA championship game, she was gone. About 2-3 weeks later, she uply decided, I'm gonna retire, right? But if she was that good in the same time, how come nobody never wanted to come and play with Caitlin Clark? How come Iowa could never recruit that good? That's the point I'm making.
3 years there.
It's not saying that she's not good, she's talented. I see it. But you know why they falling in love with Caitlin Clark? Because she's the Steph Curry of the WNBA.
Or the Larry Bird.
Or the Larry Bird, however which way you want to take it.
Larry Bird is probably more spot on for the narrative.
She shoots a whole bunch of threes. Look at her game. If you sat down and broke down any of her games, when she crossed that half court, if she shifts and crossover and goes to the left, she's shooting a three. If she shifts and crossover and goes to the right, she's going to the rim. And if she crosses and goes to the middle, 9 times out of 10, she's passing the ball. If she gets a rebound, she's pushing it up the court. She got all that. And I'm not taking anything away from her on that. But what I'm saying is, if you're that good and you're that talented, recruiting wise, your coach should have did a better part and saying, look, I am recruiting. I have the best player in college right now. Don't you think you want to come play with her?
Right.
People should have been lining up.
Or don't you want to follow her and see what I've taught her?
Where's Iowa women basketball at right now?
So is the award? Do you feel like the award goes to the most skilled player or the player with the best narrative?
Man, fuck that, man. The award shouldn't go to none of them. The award should go to Simone Biles. That's the athlete of the year for women. Who had a better year than her?
Yeah.
Come on, coming back from where she came back from, then she come winning some more golds. Come on now.
Wasn't she pregnant at the time too?
Or Asia Wilson?
No.
I was gonna say.
Think
Asia.
about the billions of people watch the Olympics. That audience is way more than the 10 million WNBA fans that Caitlin Clark brought. Mm-hmm. Come on. But Donald Trump is the Times Person of the Year, so I can understand why Caitlin won, Athlete of the Year. Yeah. Is it female athlete or just athlete?
It's just athlete.
Oh my God.
So if it's just athlete, you mean athlete. To tell me she's a better athlete than Travis Hunter, who's playing both sides of the ball? She's a better athlete than Asia Wilson, two-time WNBA MVP, two-time WNBA champion. Like, when you think of the WNBA, you don't think of Caitlin Clark, you think of Asia Wilson.
Mm-hmm. Just think about the people who had a better year than her.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Derek White had a better year than him.
Yeah.
He won the NBA championship and then he went and won a gold medal.
Your boy Tatum had a better year than her, man.
Bro, how the hell did he go down on the MVP ladder?
Who, Tatum?
Yep.
That's the only time you say something is when we talk about Tatum or the Celtics.
No, I said something to him earlier, all right?
Bro, he be quiet until we say something about them damn Celtics.
But like, he had, it's a lot of people that had a better year than her. And I'm just like, athlete of the year. Because think about this. When we were growing up watching basketball, who was the person always winning athlete of the year? It was either Michael Jordan, or if it wasn't Michael Jordan, it was like a Wayne Gretzky
or Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, something like that. Hey, even at the time, Dominique Dawes had won athlete of the year.
Yeah.
Serena Williams.
Yeah, didn't Simone Biles win all around gold again?
Yeah.
Come on, man. How you not athlete of the year and you won all around gold again at, how old is she? She damn near 30 years old now. She the oldest Olympian.
I think she's young.
No. This her fourth Olympics.
Yeah, she close to being 30.
It's 4 years every year.
Yeah, she close to being 30. But I agree with you because
they
27.
They normally done at about 22, bro.
For her to come back from what gymnasts call the yips, what they call it, what she had that Olympics.
Yeah, that itis was
and then she couldn't do it, and then to just say, I'm gonna overcome all that, dominate the Olympics. And not only top of that, and on top of that, I think she won gold for the all around.
Yeah. All
Like
around
that.
best of the girl at female Olympic again. Like,
Didn't she say she's retiring after this year?
Yeah, she
I
done.
mean, she's 27.
She done.
She's
Hey.
too old to do it now.
I even tell you like this. Her teammate Suni Lee had a good year.
Yeah, she did. She's way better than Caitlin Clark.
The stuff that she had to deal with, like physically and mentally with her health and what she went through, and she made the Olympic team. And boom,
Yes.
there, like, man, come on, like
She got all around silver, right?
yeah,
Yeah, come on.
yeah, she did.
This shit
What
rigged.
are we talking about here? What are we talking about here?
Hey,
Like, that is no question. We ain't even bringing up men. We just
Right.
bringing up women who had better years than her.
like I said, I think it was. I don't know if it was Stephen A. I don't remember what person on the news or ESPN said it. They just said, I hope that she doesn't ruin the WNBA with all these threes and everything. And to me, that's look like what it's going to, because she take a whole bunch of dang on threes. And hey, I don't care what nobody say. The minute who was the young lady on the Chicago Sky gave her that hard foul, got up talking smack.
Oh, Angel Reese?
No, not Angel Reese. It was her
The
teammate.
guard.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
So
Her name is like Shine.
Okay, so Travis just won the Heisman.
yes,
He did?
sir. Congrats.
Oh wait,
Hey,
hold on.
yes, sir.
It's official.
Yeah.
It's official.
Yeah.
All right. Well deserved. Well deserved.
So
That's my wife's favorite player.
now, think about this. The minute that happened, all of a sudden, she gets fined, and then all of a sudden, you see Caitlin Clark game kind of just take off and explode. Why? Because
Oh,
when
yeah.
nobody checking her, when nobody giving those hard fouls anymore.
And because when she gave her that foul, look how they ridiculed her on
Oh, yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
So that's why I said after that moment, that's when Caitlin Clark, she flourished after that. So the narrative changed. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh no, it was before. It was everybody's being too tough on her, and they're doing it intentionally. And then once the attention was being pointed at anybody who foul her or be up on her tough, all that attention just, you know what I'm saying, just was too much. So they just backed off, and then she just started shooting a lot of threes. But Sabrina Ionescu shot a lot of threes too, though.
Yeah.
You know what that reminded me of? When they fouled her? When Lonzo first came in the league and Patrick
Yeah.
Beverly hit him?
Yeah.
Lonzo.
I mean, so I say last thing on this is that the thing with Caitlin Clark is she'll tell you, look, I want everything to be earned, and she'll tell you that. And she'll tell you, I'm the biggest trash talker out there. She talk a lot of trash. But when people talk trash back to her, oh, she is the darling of the WNBA. You can't do that to her. What? Come on now. Come on.
What I will say about Caitlin Clark is that she does make good use of. She did make good use of the platform that she had.
Oh, she did.
With Time Magazine, she did big up the black players. She did say that she is a recipient of white privilege, and she acknowledged it. That's huge. She did get a lot of backlash for it. Dave Portnoy had things to say about it. A couple Fox News pundits had things to say about it and said that she shouldn't apologize.
Dave who?
Portnoy, he's over. He's the owner of Barstool Sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said that she should apologize.
He said that she shouldn't have to apologize for the pundits. I can't remember. I think it was Megan something or Kelly something. Said
I know
that,
what you're talking
yeah,
about.
she said that she shouldn't have to apologize for being white, and he said that she's doing the best she can because she's kind of like toting the line, and she was put in a really hard spot. So she probably felt like she had to say that.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for her because she shouldn't be put in that spot. But
She's in a really rough spot, man, because she understands that there are better players out there than her, and she's the one being put on that pedestal. All of this talk of this is not to make Caitlin Clark look like a bad person, because she really does use her platform for good. It's just that the media does the job of making her, play athlete of the year and all this and all that. And they use her in these narratives, even though she'll string it right back and say, hey, you know what? There were players that were better than me this season. There are players, we need to put more light on black players. She'll say those things until she's blue in the face. But it's just the media that makes these these types of
She'll tell you that her favorite player is Maya Moore.
right,
Easily. And
right.
she'll also sit here and tell you that she worked hard to get what she is, so she don't expect anything to be given. But when it's coming from Fox News, that's Fox.
You already know what time it is. But let's go ahead and throw some light on Travis Hunter. Like I mentioned, round of applause for Travis Hunter.
Yeah, good job, Travis. Offense and defense. Come on.
Is he the first player who to play that often on both sides of the ball?
Like
many
like
snaps.
that,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Yes.
the first. I mean, don't get me wrong. Charles Woodson did it, but like to go to what he did,
Not as many snaps.
not as many snaps to do it like that, man. Hey,
He was playing
deserved
the
it,
majority of the game.
Yeah. He didn't sub unless he was hurt.
so
He played
That's
every
crazy. You know
snap.
how exhausted I would be?
Every snap.
Man.
Dude.
he did.
That's why I don't think he's gonna be able to sustain that in the NFL. It's hard going against
You think
men
they'll
doing
try to
that
do
shit.
it though?
They said they.
No, I don't think he's gonna be able to be good at one. At one.
I want to say it was what's my do? Phil Yates, and then what's the other draft guru out there? Mel Kiper. They said that they believe that he's gonna either have to play one way and have a package somewhere in there, and I can believe that. But just like what he did, man, he did something that was like legendary. The stuff that they did, like in the 30s, man, play Iron Man football without getting hurt. You got to think about from when he first came into college to now. That's over so many dang on snaps.
This is his third year, right?
Yeah, third year.
But what do you really think he gonna be able to do with that size? Just by going by from everybody else who came in with that size playing in the NFL, what do you really think his career trajectory is gonna look like?
I think he's gonna. I mean, he's taught by the best.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be on defense.
He's gonna be on defense, and
Yeah, but the
see him
wide
more as a wide
receivers in
receiver.
the NFLs are 6'4", everybody's 6'3", 6'4".
as long as you can jump,
How tall is he?
I think he about
5 something.
I think he barely just maybe scraping 6 feet.
let me look it up.
And
so
his
that-
his body is almost like a
He's 6'1".
yeah. Hey, his body is almost
That's not bad.
frame
That's what they
is
listen to,
about
man.
the
So he about
size of
5'11".
yeah. His body size is almost like a Devontae Smith when he first came in with the Eagles.
Yeah.
So I could see him playing receiver. He gonna have to put on some weight.
Right.
Yeah, so if Devontae Smith is his high on receiver, what will be his high at DB?
Ooh,
Jalen Ramsey.
Heck no. You gotta have the size.
Jalen Ramsey isn't that tall.
He's 6'2".
what? How much does Jalen Ramsey weigh though?
Jalen Ramsey. about
Jalen Ramsey
6'2".
is 6 foot. Let's see if I can get his weight.
6 foot. It's Jalen Ramsey.
I mean, 6'1". Sorry, he's 6'1".
Way bigger than Travis Hunter.
He's
though.
6'1", 208, and Travis Hunter is 6'1", 185.
185.
So he could put that weight on.
So
Yeah.
you got to think about it.
20 pounds.
When he
Yeah, he gonna put 20 pounds on.
when he gets to the combine, you got to remember this. They're gonna manufacture some stuff. They're gonna be like, okay, he about like 6'1" and a quarter. Manufactured 200 pounds. Hey, that's what they did with
Gonna add on a little something.
that's what they did with Bryce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
Because
you
he
know,
really 5'7".
right? You know what I'm saying? I think Mina Kimes said she stood next to him and was like, yeah, he was tall, but he wasn't that dang on big. I'm looking like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but and that's crazy though, man. Yeah,
But I'm very happy for him.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
very
well
happy for
deserved.
him, man.
Do you think it was even a question?
I don't even think it was questionable.
A little bit. It was between him and that dude from
Genty.
Boise State.
The reason why it wasn't a question, because you just said that dude from Boise State.
Right.
I don't
You
know
don't
his
even know his
name.
damn name. So if
Genty.
you don't
I just
know
know
his
him.
name, he wasn't up there with Travis.
Hey, Genty.
I don't watch college
Hey,
like
Right.
that.
Genty
He just
is his
wasn't that
last
popular.
name. And they projecting him to go to
Cowboys better get him.
yeah, I
think
think
it was
they
the
projected him
Cowboys.
to go to the Cowboys. Yeah, they at 12 they projected him to go to the Cowboys because just like you said, that whole draft scenario switched. So now the Giants is 1, the Raiders is 2.
Okay.
So watch Deion work his magic.
Do you think we'll see another player like Travis Hunter? Is this going to start a trend?
I was just about to ask that.
Because you got Ohtani in Major League Baseball who's starting a trend with the young players now to where they want to pitch and hit again.
Everybody can't
I
do it.
don't think it's. I think he's an anomaly because the players are just lazy. They don't want to even play the snaps that they out there for.
Yeah. We saw that,
Yeah,
saw that a couple days ago.
You don't see too many snaps. You don't see too many players out there just like wanting to play more snaps.
I can see it with Travis. Like I can see him starting a trend because think about it. What's the old boy that play for who was it the Saints? They just
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
He played quarterback. Then sometimes he played running back. So
And
he
tight
built
end.
like that.
Yeah.
Right. And you got to think about old boy that played for the Army.
Mm-hmm.
He was built like a dang on running back, and most of his plays and all his stuff came off of running plays. He threw a couple of touchdowns, but he averaged like 37 rushing touchdowns.
Man, you naming white guys who they let in the league to still play. You know what I'm saying?
but-
we talking about people who play offense and defense.
I believe somebody can end up doing it. It got to be somebody that's gonna end up playing like a running back position, and then you can come in and either play like a free safety or a safety position.
Yeah, that'd be nice if athletes can do that. But then it's gonna change the market. You got to start paying them more.
Yeah.
But my thing is, are they gonna be like Travis though? You got to think about like the dude doesn't party, doesn't do any like he
Yeah.
literally will go
Just fish.
practice like
Just fish. Yeah,
go straight back to his dorm, do his homework, blah blah blah. Like,
That's good. And he don't look like that, but that's
I
good
believe
that
that's
he
a
do
once
that.
in a time generation athlete, man. That dude right there is just unreal, man.
Yeah.
Like he was just saying this earlier as I was watching Sports Center. He was telling Gary and them, he was like, "Yeah, man, if y'all want to get like me, man, y'all have to spend a little something up on your body because
I've seen that too,
this costs a
yeah.
lot, and y'all gonna have to be, stay committed and everything else because it's gonna cost a lot for y'all to get like me. So
Yeah.
you got to be committed, but I mean,
Are we live right now?
Oh yeah, we good.
I said, are we live?
Yeah, we're live. Nah, I figured out why we weren't live. I fixed it.
It's Travis though, man. I could see him. I could see him either. You know what? They saying New England is probably gonna pick him up.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Yeah, it would.
do you think they'll at least try to make him play both sides, or will they cut it?
They
Soon
probably
as,
gonna
like,
ask him.
You know he gonna want
No,
to.
you know he gonna want to.
This is the same league that wanted Michael Vick to play wide receiver.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they
and-
wanted
and-
what's his
and-
name to
and
play wide
Vince-
receiver too.
And Vince Young to play wide receiver.
They wanted
and
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar
to play wide
Jackson.
receiver.
See, those are just people who they're saying, no, you can't play quarterback because you're not playing it the way that we want you to play it conventionally. But
True.
Travis being like a wide receiver, you know what I'm saying, and trying to
Right.
go hit some of these guys at that size on defense, I'm thinking it's going to be hard. That's why Deion only had a few packages. And
Exactly.
Woodson only had a few
Right.
packages.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
we talking about Hall of Famers, you know. But hey, like we say, we've seen him play 1,000 snaps on both sides of the ball. So he's setting tones and records. So we need to see.
You know he's gonna try to tell them like,
Right,
I
because you got
want
to think about it.
Like,
There's a reason why they had him playing corner. Because if he was playing like safety or free safety, you got to be able to crack people. And him
Yeah.
trying to crack somebody with that frame, I'm sorry, Travis. He probably would have folded up like an accordion. Like,
I mean, I give it to him though. At least he'll like dive for the ball. And
Yeah, I was
everything.
about to
Like,
say his
you know how many-
spectacular catch rating on
I was
Madden
gonna
is
say,
probably
you know how
99.
many, you know how many times he dove for the ball to get the interception?
Yeah, he jumps up
Crazy.
pretty high. Recklessly, though. That's what I'm saying. Once you do that in the NFL and you get hit by
Yeah.
somebody who's getting paid $30 million, it's a lot different. Your body going to flip around a couple times.
Right.
You're gonna land, and your parents gonna be, like, oh, my baby out there.
Hey, speaking of his radius of his catch and all that, man, if you play with him or play against him on NCAA football, forget it. You may need to double him because I did it, and dude kept burning me. I was like, there's no way in the world he catching this stuff, and I got thinking, I was like, you know what? I forgot that is Travis Hunter, man. So like, I mean, Shador was throwing it in traffic, and I'm like, okay, I got this. He coming out of here with one hand. I'm looking like, man, this is not Madden, man. This is college football.
Right.
Then I go down and do the stats. I'm looking like, man, dang, he got a 90 in this, a 99 in that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Cut the game off.
We'll keep it on football. Bill Belichick decided to go to UNC, University of North Carolina. Can I get you guys' feedback on that move?
I think nobody wanted to hire him in the NFL for some reason, but it's a good thing for North Carolina football because North Carolina football has been ass since like 1980.
Damn.
So now we talked about them and we haven't talked about them before. So Bill Belichick going there is a big thing. So I think the situation, revolving around his son and everything, taking a position after a couple years, I think that's kind of nepotism, but that's what they kind of do in sports, I don't think Bill played football, and I don't think his son ever played football. So somebody gave them the opportunity before, so he's just passing it on. And he brought a lot of people, his staff from New England with him. His GM, he brought him with him. So
Yeah. He ain't filled out all of his staff, but he did bring up.
So he's not going to be responsible for doing a lot of the recruiting and things like that, where, a lot of the younger college coaches getting out on the road, shaking hands and things like that. He's not really going to be doing that. I just think he's really going to be like an in-game type coach for a couple years, and then he'll retire and try to go to the NFL, leave the job to his son.
Did you guys see any of the details of, or just hear how he spoke about what he wants to do with the program?
Yeah, I watched the press conference, and he said he wants to run it like he wants it to be a feeder system. He wants to be a pipeline to the NFL. He wants to treat it just as such. He wants to treat them players and get them ready for the next step. If you want to get to the NFL, you need to come here. I can show you exactly where you need to go. And that's the reason why I think he believed he took the job, is because, one, I can get you to the NFL, but not only top of that, with the way they're doing college football now, most of these college footballs are bringing in a GM. And I'm looking like, okay, so you bringing in a GM now, so you're going to have somebody that's going to pretty much go out, do your recruiting, and then now, with the transfer portal, oh man, he finna get bombarded with transfer portal.
So you think so, man? Because I look at it as another way, because with him having that relationship problem with the era, why send your kid to Bill Belichick? There's a lot of other college programs that got pro-like systems. Yeah. And then you're getting paid millions of dollars to do it. North Carolina only got a $30 million, $20 million budget. What about the other schools that can pay you more?
It's probably gonna be them parents that I've been a long life Patriots fan, and my son get a chance to go play for Bill Belichick.
Wasn't there something about the NIL money? He wasn't interested in his players getting NIL money.
I don't know about that.
I don't know nothing about it.
He can't compete without that.
Yeah, but I believe they said more likely.
They can't enter the portal or something like that if they play for him.
Something like that, yeah. But
if you have your kid coming out of high school, where would you rather them go? To go play for Coach Prime or go play for Bill Belichick?
Prime.
Why?
He can relate to him.
Yeah, just because the way he talks to kids, and just the fact is, he's coming to you like from like so many angles. So you think about it. He played baseball. He can come at it from that angle. He played in the NFL. He coached at Jackson State. Now he's coaching at Colorado. So he has so many angles he can come at it.
He's also a black man and a preacher. So
Man.
imagine you getting frustrated being in Colorado. You live in Indiana and you haven't seen your parents, and your finals is coming up, and you getting into it with your girlfriend. Who do you think you can have a better relationship with to get you through the day? Bill Belichick or Deion Sanders?
Having said that, where do you think that a kid would be most NFL ready under 4 years? Or in 4 years under Coach Prime or Coach Belichick?
I still say Prime.
Yeah. I'm
NFL
going
ready.
Prime.
See that NFL ready. See, he's going to get mediocre recruits and try to put them in the NFL training system. Yeah, they're going to be ready and conditioned to play in the NFL, but they're not going to be drafted in the NFL. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So Prime may still have more higher recruits and people that get drafted, but Bill Belichick may have like 8 or 9 seventh rounders that have some longevity because they know the system, and then you know how they is. They might get drafted by New England, and they might give them some type of pipeline.
Right.
So
You do know the
the
reason.
good old boy pipeline.
Right. You do know the reason why Travis Hunter went to Jackson State, right?
I know that at the time he was the number 1 recruit,
Right.
and he chose Jackson State because he wanted to go to HBCU.
Well, not technically. Prime basically told him this simple. If you can play, they'll find you anywhere.
Yeah.
And when he told him that, it sold on him. So I'm like, Coach Prime got a like telling a kid that, man, if you can play,
They'll find you, and he's showing it too. Now they in Colorado.
Won a Heisman in Colorado.
run a Heisman.
Colorado. Ain't nobody done that
Where's
since Cordell Stewart.
Right. You just won a Heisman. And on top of that, you got, I think it's the number 2 or number 1 quarterback coming in next year.
Yeah, number 2, yeah.
Man, come on.
In Colorado.
Right.
Not
Boulder-
even Denver.
Boulder, Colorado.
Not even
bro.
Denver.
Not Colorado State. Not no dang on, you know what I'm saying? Like you said in Denver, any Boulder, Colorado, the Buffaloes. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Like, come on, man. That speaks volumes.
And how?
For Prime.
And then, do you think Bill Belichick going to be there the 3 years that your son is going to be there?
Well,
No, I don't see it.
He-
Nah,
hey.
he's way old.
he's saying, I ain't going nowhere, but I ain't trying to hit it. Because you wouldn't have put in your clause that if an NFL team come calling after that first year that you can leave. Because that I did see. It has in his dang on contract. If an NFL team come calling after that first year, he can go ahead and leave. I was like, see.
And I'll leave you, my son, as the coach.
Exactly. And the son ain't never coached in a day in his life.
He's been an assistant with him in New England.
Yeah,
You know, defensive coordinator.
So I got a feeling he gonna call up Matt Patricia. Hey, you want to come on up over here? Hey, Josh McDaniel, you want to come on up over here?
Josh,
You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right.
O'Brien.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
What's the black dude name?
Oh,
man?
you talking about,
the older one, man, back in the day.
Romeo Cornell.
Yeah, he gonna
He
bring
gonna call
all,
him up. You know what I'm saying?
gonna bring all the old Patriot
Right,
coaches
you know
out
what
there,
I'm
man.
saying?
And if he do that, I mean, you know, you guarantee. Now, if he bring those coaches, because they coached in college too, because O'Brien came from he went to Penn State, and so
Yeah.
they know how the college system go. But I think it's gonna be a hard time for Bill getting recruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because he ain't offering nothing nobody else ain't offering.
He
ain't
gon-
offering nothing special.
He gonna get the transfers, because the transfers gonna look like, I was at this school and I one neighbor here. Those are gonna be the kids that knowing that this is my last shot to really impress the NFL scouts. Okay, I'm gonna go here. He might have that chance to maybe raise my draft stock. Okay, all right. That's gonna be about it.
And then he is in the ACC, so with the
Oh yeah. Psh.
with the way that the college playoff is set up, it's easy for them. It's easy for them to win the ACC.
Exactly.
So if they win the ACC, they can have a chance to play in the college playoffs each year.
You see, Clemson got in on some BS,
Right.
but
ACC champion. So
Okay.
he's in a weak division.
Well, switching gears to the NFL. What game was it that we just had? It was Thursday Night Football.
you talking about the
the
49ers and
49ers
the
and
Rams.
49ers and the Rams. Rams were able to pull off that win, moving to 8-6, moving the 49ers to 6-8. Very surprising. Very, very surprising. The Rams, not just because they're my team, but they're a dark horse to win it all this year. What they're doing and that coaching staff is amazing this season. The way they were able to pull
Sean
themselves
McVay,
up
man.
by their bootstraps and get it done.
I like that. Too bad Jay ain't here because Brock Purdy, his guy,
Brock Purdy's on my fantasy football team, and
he's a bum. I've been telling y'all that. I've been trying to tell y'all that.
Did you drop him?
No,
Yeah, so
I'm already out of the playoffs, so I don't care.
without all those weapons, Brock Purdy isn't. He's not that dude, man.
He's Mr. Irrelevant.
Hey, I'm telling you,
think
For a
if
reason.
Dak Prescott was over there,
Right.
they'd be better.
So you think the 49ers should pay him?
No, I never said he should. I never said they should.
I mean,
said-
they
said
should pay him,
I said
but
they shouldn't
not-
pay him more than they pay Kittle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
A little controversy on the sideline. Devondre Campbell was asked to step back in. He refused. Decided he didn't want to play.
He was asked to sub in.
To sub in. He said, "I don't want to play football today." Was his quote. Do we know any backstory on why he didn't want to play? Was there an underlying injury that they ignored?
One no injuries, one nothing. People making speculations saying that he could have been going through something, anything like that. So they really don't know.
If you're going through something, why even go to the game?
Right. Because I know Ryan Clark,
I got something for y'all.
Big Swagoo, and all of them then said something. So I'm like,
This man about to go in. Go ahead.
go hard though. 'Cause I don't blame him.
Think
Hey,
about
yo.
this. I'm gonna give y'all what the scenario was. So, he's an All-Pro.
Right.
Y'all know All-Pro linebacker mean that you're the best at that position. So they brought him in as a free agent over the last summer. So having an All-Pro season this year as well. So Greenlaw gets hurt. That's why they brought him in. He tore his Achilles, so he's back healthy to play this game. So at the beginning of the game, they was like, okay, Greenlaw starting. Okay, so at that point, let's look at this as if it was our job, just your job. Okay, so you're being brought into a company, and you're doing great at your job. And they bring somebody in, and all of a sudden you get pushed to the side. But when that person ain't doing good, they tell you to go in there and risk your life and your livelihood. Because think about this. He's been sitting on the bench cold. They want you to go in the fourth quarter. Everybody else all revved up. Who can go in like that and not get hurt? So they want you to go in there, risk yourself getting hurt, knowing you're not going to be on the team anymore because Greenlaw's back. You can risk yourself from getting injured, and who's going to care? So if it was me and my job, my livelihood, I'd be like, forget y'all. Why would I go back in there? Why would I go in there? Y'all told me I was done. Y'all got Greenlaw. I'm on another team now. I'm getting traded or whatever. Why would I go back in there? These are no longer my teammates.
I mean, I see what you're saying, and I definitely understand. Yeah, I mean, when you look at it from that perspective, it makes sense why he wouldn't want to step back in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is your job. Those are your bosses, and you do have to do what your job entails. Or he's just like, fuck it, I'll get cut.
Yeah, I mean, but they pretty much cutting you anyway when they bench you. In football, you're all pro. You're not a second stringer or a third stringer.
Does another team pick him up?
Well, they haven't cut him yet because
They
they
haven't
know
cut him.
another team will pick him up. They'll try to get something for him. So that's just like let's see, LeBron James getting benched for Ja Morant. You think he can coexist on the bench? And then when Ja Morant get hurt, all right, LeBron, go back in there.
Yeah, well,
Think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't about to. You gonna sit me down for this guy that's less than me?
they can.
I'm the
cut 'em.
All-Pro.
Right. They can cut him, but they can't trade him because trade deadline is over with. So you can't get anything for him. The best thing you can do is just keep him on the team, keep him on the practice squad, or just flat out cut him. Because if you cut him, 9 times out of 10, most teams may not pick him up, but somebody out there will pick him up. That's
Some
like
type
a
of
playoff
contender.
team. That's a contender. Like somebody say, hey, the Detroit Lions, because they got a ton of injuries, might just you're like, you know what? Pick them up, but do we want to have that in our locker room? You know what? We can deal with that. Pick them up.
But usually when you see somebody sub in, you see a quarterback subbing in, what they gonna do for a few minutes on the
Oh,
side?
they warming up.
You see a kicker or something subbing in.
He
from
warming up.
What happens when a defensive lineman or
Oh,
something?
they ain't warming.
You see what I'm saying?
They just cold. They sitting on
So
the bench.
you sitting there cold half the game. Mentality, like, I'm not getting in the game. They got these guys. I'm not getting in the game. He put me as the third stringer this game. He didn't just demote me. He put me as number 3. So 2 guys got hurt in front of me. Oh, now you need me? Now I got to go out there cold and risk my livelihood?
Makes sense.
Get the fuck out of here, man. I wouldn't do it for no job.
No, I mean, I feel that. I didn't know the circumstances behind it, but I mean, it definitely makes sense. Obviously, his teammates had things to say. Everybody had things to say. A lot of guys are upset at his actions and everything. But at the end of the day, you got to take care of number one.
Yeah, exactly.
You really got to take care of number one. And
It's not like basketball. This is football, violent sport. Their money is not guaranteed. I get paid on basically whatever guarantees I sign in that contract. Once that guarantee money is done, it's done. And on top of that, I get paid on bonuses. So if I sit here and get maybe 12 sacks for the season, okay, that's a 200,000, maybe 500,000 bonus coming my way. Okay, I'm good. That's a bonus. You know what? Now I got hurt. That ain't no bonus coming in. You looking like, man, you just fucked my money up, dog. Like,
Right. They sign you as a starter with all these contingencies in your contracts for playing games and getting tackles and all that. But if you're on the third string, you can't do shit. So your reputation and everything is going on the third string. So I wouldn't go in either. I'm just sorry, So fuck what Kerry Kittles had to say. And all them other coaches, I'm with you, bro.
and the best ability is availability.
You know it.
I mean, because linebackers, offensive linemen, D tackles, they ain't got time to warm up. A receiver, you can be like, hey, you finna get ready to go in the game. All right, cool. Go over there and stretch. Throw him the rock. You know what I'm saying? Running back. Go on ahead and just,
you can see him hitting cones on the side.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That or the
or the
the
bike.
bicycle.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm
He's
saying?
on the bike, like
The
My
corner.
my dude's sitting with his damn Parker on.
The corner, you can go up, you can go there, hey, you can go and start backpedaling and see, you know what I'm saying? See how you gonna hit the move. Like, or you sitting there studying the film, like, okay, yeah, when I get in the game, all right, okay, good. I'm gonna play off of him. All right, good. He coming 5 and out. All right, good. Let's go.
There wasn't no Antonio Brown situation.
Nah, I mean, that's the way the media try to make it seem. But
Yeah, but I'm an athlete. And
I don't
I've
blame him.
I've had to quit before. I know how the situations is sometimes. There's a lot of politics when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
well, we'll move on from there. We're gonna go ahead and throw out a round of applause for Randy Moss. Had his surgery, cancer free.
Wait,
That fast?
do we know
We
that
need
he
to check out.
Did
We
you
need to
look
make
that
sure
up?
that
That's
we
what
need
they're-
to make sure that he
that's what
good.
Bleacher Report reported.
He went on Instagram Live and said that.
Yeah, but it's too early to say something, Randy. You just got it cut out yesterday.
Okay, so
They need to check it in a week or
Alright,
two.
'cause
You
I-
need to wait till his follow up.
because I just want to make sure, because it's like I seen it and I was like, hold up. Make sure you get your follow up, Randy, and they give you a clean bill of health, Randy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Because hey,
He taking it to the house.
right? I'm already
Got the good news and he taking it to the
right.
house.
You know what I'm saying? I'm already having that talk with my wife, and she like, hey, and I'm like, but I know I gotta go get it done.
Yeah, it says he announces
Oh, you
cancer
gotta get the
battle.
thumb in the butt.
Yeah,
You about that age?
yeah, I'm at that age, bro.
It says Randy Moss announces cancer battle. Says he has undergone successful surgery.
Damn,
That's
was
what it
quick.
sound like.
Yeah.
What's that movie? 21 Jump Street.
I gotta go get the colonoscopy, man. I gotta get the little scope, and I'm falling asleep, and they got stuff I gotta drink and all this stuff, man. I'm like,
That's no fun. Good luck. That's no fun.
no, man.
But you gotta go ahead and get your checks in and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
And
Gonna be whistling when you walk by.
But we're glad Randy Moss is okay. That's
glad, yeah.
arguably the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game of football.
One of
Yeah, Jerry
one
Rice,
of.
man.
One of.
Thank
I mean, there's
Damn,
there's
he
Jerry.
didn't say he was.
I
He
said
one
arguably.
of.
Arguably.
He said arguably the great. No, one of.
It's-
Jerry
I
Rice
understood
is
what
the
you were saying.
greatest.
They're just haters.
I still remember Jerry suiting up for the Raiders.
Hey, he still was all pro on the
and he,
Raiders.
and he still was doing that thing.
He still got all pro while he was on the Raiders.
I remember him suiting up for
Indeed.
the Seahawks.
Yeah, that was his last.
He was
that-
45.
That was it. Jerry
He was
didn't have
45.
Jerry Rice will suit up right now.
Jerry couldn't go
He
no
could.
more, man.
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah.
He in those copper knee commercials with Emmett Smith.
Yeah. And fucking Dan Marino.
Hey, I seen a video of the guy who had the sack record before Michael Strahan.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
He's pissed off at
Did y'all
Brett
watch the
Favre,
30
man.
for 30 on that?
I didn't watch. Did you watch it?
Man, it was good.
He's pissed
it
off
was
at him.
good. It was good, man.
Was
And-
it just his 30 for 30?
No, it was. So it's basically it's called the sack exchange. And
Pause.
pause, yeah. No homo. Anyways. And so it's him, it's another dude, and then it's two other guys, right? And they talking about from 81 to about 83, how them four for the New York Jets were just like racking up sacks at the like tackles after tackles after tackles, so many.
Mm-hmm.
And each year they thought that it was gonna be their year to go to like the Super Bowl, but they just always came up short. But yeah, man, when I seen that, he was pissed off at Brett Favre, like, I'm mad at you.
You hurt me, Brett.
Yeah.
You heard me.
That's Mark Gaston.
I was like, damn, what's up with
Gassing
old
off.
dude, man?
Mark Gaston. He pressed it.
You laid down for him.
Right.
Brett Favre. Okay, so the story is Michael Strahan was ready to get the record in the fourth quarter. Pretty much instead of taking the hit or throwing the ball away, Brett Favre pretty much laid down.
Brett told him he was gonna do it.
Yeah. And Mark was at that game watching and applauding. And I don't know
And
if
crying.
I don't know if the CTE.
why'd you do
I don't know if
that,
it's the
Brett?
CTE or what it was, but
Oh
Did you
my
watch that
God,
game?
Brett!
I didn't watch it. I watched the play.
I watched that game, and when I
Yeah, I
seen
watched
that,
it.
when I seen that shit, I was like,
Set up.
set up for me, because he told him, he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you this record. I'm gonna go this way, and then I'm just gonna kind of like slide, and then all you got to do is just come in." Hit
Right.
me.
He didn't even do that. I mean, he just laid down and then and it wasn't a tackle.
And the fix been in for Michael Strahan since. He's
Thank
just been going straight to the top.
Right. And then
Ain't
all
no
this-
other ugly nigga doing that.
Right. And in between that, what did they offer him? He started doing Good Morning America, Good Day talk show.
Right. He came to
and
talk.
Right. Kelly and
Listen, shit.
Kelly
Big
and
ass
Michael.
cap in
You know
his-
what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden he was on he started being on Sunday Fox and everything.
Yeah.
I'm looking like, what the heck?
Getting
And-
all the jobs.
Right.
But
And
was
then
he that good though? Was
He
Michael
had
Strahan
two
that
decent
good?
seasons.
Michael Strahan was decent, but he wasn't like that damn good.
Once
man.
they started
Come on,
laying down, giving them sacks, I mean,
bro.
that's just like Otani when they was like, I ain't gonna tag you. You
And
know.
then I'm
Those
looking at-
records was
right.
kind of.
And I remember at that point in time, he started blowing up. They gonna say, "Hey, you want to get your gap fixed?" And he was like,
Yeah.
No. He said this is a part of my image, my look. I'm like, so you don't want to
Nah,
get your
but
teeth
he
fixed?
got it fixed one time. I think he got it fixed.
You
didn't
know what he surely did.
And then he went back to that.
He went back to it. He got this little fist
got
in
it.
the middle when he took it away. I was
Yeah.
like,
He was
come
like,
on.
nah, I'm good without it.
You know what's a good 30 for 30 that I saw the other day?
Yeah.
It's kind of old. It was like 2016. The Magic.
Oh yeah.
It's on Netflix.
With Penny Hardaway and Shaq.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That tells you the whole thing. Because Shaq literally wanted to be the Magic forever, but when they started building everything around Penny and Lil Penny, Shaq was like, you know what, man?
A little jealous.
Would you have been mad about the Shaq commercial? When he went like this and knocked over little Penny?
Would I have been mad at Shaq for knocking over Lil Penny?
Yeah, like if you were Penny, would you be mad? Like, would you
when
find
he
that
knocked
salty?
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel like he was hating a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But by it being Shaq, I would have just went back at him with something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if it was like,
Because Shaq playful like that.
if it was
Yeah.
Kobe, I'd have been like, I'm killing you.
Yeah.
But Shaq,
Penny,
you know, he
Penny
goofy.
said he didn't talk to her for like a week
Yeah.
after that.
Because at that time, I remember he was starting to kind of mess around with Tyra Banks' old big four-headed ass.
Damn.
Yeah, she do got that big old juicy
Man,
2 mile road.
Keeping it on basketball, so Shams had reported new information about Jimmy Butler and Jimmy Butler trade rumors, and he name dropped Jimmy Butler's agent a couple times, saying that the information is coming from league circles. Per Jimmy Butler's agent, Jimmy Butler's agent fired back with some choice words. Did any of you fellas happen to catch that situation?
Yeah, man. He
I
said,
ain't catch it. What'll happen?
He's pretty much saying that I don't know where you got that information from, because Sham, he got some actual destinations that Jimmy wants to go. He said he wants to go to Houston, Golden State, or
The Suns.
The Suns. So
His name is Bernard Lee, and he said Shams made his report and said that the Phoenix Suns are another team that Jimmy Butler's agent, Jimmy Butler's agent Bernie Lee has indicated in league circles that the 6-time All-Star is open to a destination while Miami listens to trade offers joining Dallas, Houston, and Golden State. His agent replied, "All right, listen, I gave you a pass yesterday because I was busy, but if you don't stop putting my name on your complete and utter made-up bullshit because you know you normally aren't worth my time to acknowledge, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm a middle-aged dad, but just know that it would indicate severe dislike.
I don't know what I would do.
All this is fabricated. I have never, and honestly it wouldn't help me or the position I represent to do anything that's been reported by said journalist."
Oh, wow.
Shams, this is your opportunity to say, my bad, I let ChatGPT write my tweets and went old school Peter Vesci. Shams, Peter was a writer in the 90s. He puts in parentheses for Shams because he's just schooling him right now.
That
He
man
says-
chose violence.
Yeah, he said, be a trendsetter.
He was like you the other day.
Invent the new I was hacked.
Every day.
So that was his response. He wasn't playing. He was not playing. So,
But the messed up thing about it is Shams telling the truth. So I hate when they do that shit. So where did you get all the information from?
that's what was going to be my next question. Like, who do you believe?
Right. I believe the
Shams.
reporters.
Okay.
I hate that shit though. Like players nowadays, I want to go to this team. If you're gonna trade me to this team.
Right.
Like,
Well, they have the leverage to do so. And
Now
and the
they
thing
do.
is, no. Let's not.
And
let's
then,
not do that.
Jimmy Butler wore the orange for Phoenix the same day. He wore orange in his hair for the Phoenix. So like, come on, you playing these games, man.
No.
You're doing too much.
These owners had the ability to sign these players' contracts and trade them whenever they felt like. There's no sympathy for the player when they get traded somewhere they don't want to go. They get traded all the time to places and they don't have a choice.
when was the last time that's happened?
When players get traded and they don't have a choice?
Shit, all the time.
All the time.
Nah, I've heard.
Dennis Schroeder got traded to the Golden State Warriors. I'm pretty sure he didn't pick.
There's only two people
I
in the
understand.
league. There's only two people in the league with a no trade clause.
Yeah.
That's
I'll put it
LeBron
like
and Bradley
I'll put it
Beal.
like this.
Everybody else can go whenever, wherever.
Yeah.
Hey.
So when you've worked to a point where you can maneuver your way through the league and go where you want to go, You know, because the thing is like they sign you to these contracts, but the owners aren't expected to play out these contracts.
Right.
They'll cut you if you get hurt.
I mean, I get it, but it's like, all right, when Jordan was playing, do you think he was like, hey, trade me to the Lakers?
Oh, Mike wasn't going. No, what you think?
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying hypothetically.
players are
like,
just
there were
quitters
also
now. They're
there were also
quitters.
eight. There were also less teams in the
Okay,
NBA
I'll put
at
it to
the
you
time.
like this.
30. It's only 32 now.
Right.
Right, well,
It's not a big
You,
difference.
you don't. Hey, you don't think
Toronto and the Memphis.
not
is
last
the new
year
team.
or the year before that when Drew Holiday got traded by Milwaukee and went to motherfucking the Blazers.
Portland, yeah.
He was like, man, hell no. You know what?
they
Hey,
mutually agreed on a buyout,
yeah,
which is the
No, they
Trailblazers
traded
are
him.
yeah,
dumb.
but
They
they
traded
traded
him.
him to Portland first, and then that's
Yeah,
when he was
I know.
like, then that's when he was like, hey, you know what?
Then
Buy me the
Portland
fuck up out of
traded
here.
them to Boston.
right.
They traded him. They ain't buy him out.
I'm totally okay with players having the power to go where they want to go.
You should at least be able to
But
have that
that's
say
but that's
so now.
this situation is all that is the agent was trying to manipulate the situations. He's putting the filler out there, but I guess Shams didn't report it in the fact that it was coming directly from him. He
Yeah.
probably wanted to just put the fillers out there, so he had to come and defend himself.
Yeah.
But there's something to it because Jimmy Butler played into it.
And then also, you mean to tell me, like, say, like, you one of the maybe top 10 players in the NBA, and you been in the league, say, maybe
Top 20, maybe.
30.
No, I'm just saying.
Who?
I'm just saying.
You know how many other people I pick over Jimmy?
Jimmy Butler.
No,
I thought we were
no,
talking
I'm
about
just
Jimmy
saying.
Butler.
I'm just saying. For instance, right now.
We both do.
No. I'm just saying. For instance, right now. Let's just say, for instance,
It's like, who we talking
Mark.
about again?
I'm just doing this for hypothetical. Mark, if you was in the NBA right now, and let's say you was like top 10 in the NBA, right? And
I'd be top 5, and I for sure wouldn't be
okay,
4, 3, or 2.
and they literally sitting here telling you, you know what? Hey, the team's not doing real well. We gonna go ahead and trade you, but we gonna trade you and try to get something back for you, and we gonna try to trade you for the best package that we feel that we can get something back for you. And they don't ask you where you gonna get where you want to get traded to, and they just trade you to say all of a sudden, fuck it, just for shits and giggles, we gonna trade your ass to Washington Wizards, and we get the best package back from Washington. Your ass gonna be pissed.
I'd be pissed, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, I want to
But
go
you-
this
hell no.
place.
But
I
you're
want to go
not-
here,
But
here,
you're not
here.
gonna. What it is you're not gonna sign that extension with Washington.
Nope, thank you.
So if you put out the teams that you want to go for, those are the teams that they can actually
Exactly.
Okay, so
make
then
an
look,
agreement with.
I will literally play for Washington till my contract ends, and then enter free agency.
But at that point, Washington's not going to give up anything for you.
Hell no.
Because it's like a rental. We're not going to rent
Exactly.
you for a few months. But if we know you want to come here and you're going to sign an extension, then we can give away something.
Also, you have to remember that the way that the CBA is constructed now, there are no max slots for players in free agency anymore.
Nope.
So in order for players to go to you can't be a player, play out your contract, and then be a free agent and get max money if you're a Ja Morant or if you're Jason Tatum. Or if you're Jason Tatum on the open market, he's not going to be able to garner what he wants in the open market because there aren't enough good teams with room. If you're Jason Tatum and you want to go to a team with room, you got to go to a bottom feeder. You got to go to Detroit.
Look, if it's me, I don't care. I don't give a fuck about the money. I'm just playing because I like playing basketball.
Hey, well, you one of them real ones, but
Ain't too many.
most
There
cats,
ain't too many of that
Hey,
because
most
everybody
cats
just
is
wants
maybe
money.
one or
bread.
two.
It
But
ain't about the
like,
money.
like I would
You're a
I would
flat
risk
coach.
it.
You're
I would
a-
risk it
you're a
and
ride the
enter free
bus.
agency and then see who wants me and then decide where do I want to go.
So if you, Jimmy, out of those 3 teams, what team would you rather go to then? Out of those
Who
3
was
teams.
it? Was what?
Phoenix, Golden State,
No,
and Houston.
Phoenix was supposedly, but I think it was like what, Mavs, right?
Yeah, Mavs, Houston, and Golden State.
I want to go to Houston.
Yeah, I was about to say Houston.
I would want to go to the Golden State or Dallas.
Nah.
Y'all think just because Houston's number 2 right now, y'all think that they got a
That-
better
that's
chance of
not
winning
I
right
think
now?
They have a deeper team.
But y'all think they got a better chance of winning?
You think
With-
they
with
got
next
Ji-
couple
with Jimmy
years?
Butler
It would
on
either
it.
be
Jimmy
Golden
Butler
State.
only got you a couple more years.
It would either be Golden State or Houston because I know for sure I would play like in those teams.
Yeah,
if you went to
Golden
Mavs,
State maybe, but Golden State doesn't have a deep bench.
So-
Houston has a very deep
But
bench.
they-
But you're going to
Thing
give
is,
up that bench to get you.
Not all of it.
Who are you
there's-
giving up? You know you got to give up Brooks. Because him and Jimmy Butler are probably like the
Can't be on the
same
same
players.
team, right.
They can't be on the same team.
they're gonna be like, they're gonna
they
be like,
gonna fight.
they're gonna be like, what's his name? Gilbert Arenas, bring a gun to the locker room.
Yeah, Houston, if you give up that young talent, then that's their team.
Yeah.
You know, they do got, I like
And
Houston
you know,
team. They got,
if they try to trade him there,
Smith,
that what's his
Thompson,
name? What's that dude? Yeah, that dude.
Sengun.
Shinguin.
You know that the Heat are gonna ask for him.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, because they already got Adebayo,
You probably end up giving up
Thompson twin.
Dylan Brooks and a whole bunch of a whole bunch
I
of
say
picks.
Dylan Brooks, Thompson. They
Is
might
that-
they
I
might
mean-
won't.
Dylan Brooks and probably a whole bunch of picks. Because
Nah, that's not even enough.
That ain't enough. What
how much does
they
does
gonna
Jimmy
want
Butler make?
Jalen? They gonna want Jalen Green, bro.
No, not
There's
me.
no way that they would ever trade
Wait,
him.
Jalen Green just signed a contract,
Yeah.
didn't he?
They gonna want
I'm
him.
almost positive he
A
signed
big ass
extension.
contract.
They gonna want Jalen.
Oh, he did.
But it's easy for Golden State to give up Wiggins and somebody.
Wiggins and
but
Kuminga.
Not even both of them. Just
If they
Wiggins
give-
and Looney.
No, they would ask for Kuminga though.
They'll
But I
probably
don't
end up
think they'll
giving
give
up
them both.
They'll probably give up Dylan Brooks, and you'll see like a Cam Whitmore and Jabari Smith.
Nah, they don't want that one.
Nah,
enough.
they're not
That-
gonna
that's
get
a
rid of
horrible
Jabari.
trade.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
ain't-
horrible trade, bro.
They ain't giving up Jabari.
Because Jabari good.
Yeah, they
But
ain't
that's a
giving up
horrible
Jabari.
trade for them.
But if you're looking at
Sengun,
if you're-
Jabari, and Jalen Green are the ones they are not gonna trade.
okay, so you
I
got
think they got to give up
Maybe
one.
Fred Van Vliet.
So
maybe.
You got
got-
to because of the cap. You got to give up one of them.
Dylan Brooks because of the money.
You gotta give it
He
up,
makes
yeah.
$22 million. But I believe that starting five of Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, and then throw in Jimmy, Jabari Smith, and Sengun is going to be a better starting five than what they got in
Brooks, yeah.
Golden State.
Oh no! If he went to Golden State,
And yeah, if
Golden
he,
State would have to get rid of a. Like
so
a
we'll be
good-ass
talking
player.
about.
and Golden State might not be interested anyway because they just threw a whole bunch of picks to the Nets. They threw three
But they don't
second
have
round
to throw.
picks.
They won't have to throw any picks.
And I don't
The
even think
thing is-
I don't think they like who are they going to give up?
If he go
They
to
got-
Golden State,
They can give up Moody. They can give up Kuminga. They can give up Wiggins. Any one of those.
I would give
I
up
would
Draymond.
say like
can be-
Wiggins.
those are the
I would
bases.
give up
Then
Draymond.
it's
That's like a
like
wash though. They don't
I would
get. I
give
don't
up
think they get
Draymond.
better.
I give up Draymond just because.
you don't think they get better?
I don't think they get better with Jimmy.
But hey, I'm saying, but if he went to Golden State, do you think
'Cause
him
those-
and Draymond can coexist?
Yes.
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
one of them plays defense and the other one doesn't.
Which one that don't play D?
Jimmy.
Jimmy
Eh.
play defense,
He plays a little bit.
but Jimmy just
he's just getting older.
He inconsistent.
Yeah,
like
right.
I feel like it would work out though because they both would go at each other like at practice. You know what I mean? To make each other better.
Without swinging?
nobody
Yes.
really
Why
wants
you
Jimmy
think he,
right
why
now.
you think
though.
he went to Michigan State? That was the one reason why he went to Michigan State because they were talking shit to him and everything. He was like, "This is where I want to be."
Who?
Who Draymond?
Draymond.
Oh yeah, and Draymond's from
nobody
Michigan,
else
and
want him.
Draymond used to spend
Well, he
his
went
time
to
and
he went to Michigan to get recruit. He was recruited by Michigan, and then went there on a visit, and they were just being all nice to him
But
and
he
all
from
that.
Flint.
no,
Ain't
Draymond's the way Draymond is because he used to spend his time in the Detroit 2004
Oh, yeah.
locker rooms, the,
Yeah, he
the
did.
bad boys locker rooms. That's why he is.
Learning from Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah, she said it on his
And
on a,
he's-
on a
and he-
pod.
and
That's
he's,
that's our fault. That's our bad.
And he's from Flint, right?
yeah, he's from that area.
So yeah.
Mhm. So he been drinking that lead water for
But
fucking 20
yeah,
years.
but he even said it on a podcast that was the main reason why he went to Michigan State because they were testing him when they had a pickup game and he was like, "Yeah, I want to be here."
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
well,
you know what happens when your teammate test him. He end up getting Jordan
Going to
Poole.
fucking Washington.
that was a Michigan State fight for real.
And then Jordan Poole, he from LaPorte out here, man. He
Hey.
Lalamere,
He's
man.
from Laporte.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Michigan Wolverine too.
Hey, all
LaPorte,
I know
right?
is-
Lalamere out here, man.
Hey.
He's from my area.
That hit knocked all of his game out because he ain't been right ever since. You knocked all his game
He
out.
didn't have much game then.
He was alright, but now he just
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. Let's see. Bronny drops 30 in a G League game.
Next.
I mean, it's not
can
really.
I get some crickets for that?
It's not really much to see there, honestly.
Can
It's
I
not
get some
really.
crickets for that, please?
Good job,
Chirp,
Bronny.
chirp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Congratulations, Bronny.
As a Laker fan, I'll say, hey, you know what? It's good to see that he's down there learning and
the
retaining
messed up
things.
part about it is that your daddy had to take a couple days off to be in the locker room for you.
He's probably beating his ass.
That's what LeBron did.
You wrong.
He probably had enough and started beating his ass. Shit.
Hey, he behind the scenes in the locker room and shit.
It's a lot of weird stuff
That's
going
where
on
he
in
been.
that organization right now.
Now,
I
you
really
cannot
don't know.
tell me.
Dude,
You cannot tell me.
The Lakers are ass.
It's evident that JJ Redick is a horrible coach, right?
Wow.
Ooh.
How?
Uh-oh.
Last night they 22
Dude.
turnovers,
His players suck.
11 in the first quarter.
Who are they playing with?
What you mean? Who they playing with? They playing with the 5 people on the court.
I think what was it?
Oh,
No, I'm saying-
Anthony Davis was
why
starting.
do you don't keep going back to the everybody in the
It's
NBA
it's
can
the
play?
roster, bro.
No,
it's
man.
not.
Everybody in the NBA can play, man.
Bro, their roster's ass.
Everybody's
Stop,
bro,
stop.
bro.
No.
So you mean
no,
to tell
no,
me?
no. So we got
Wait a minute, hold
Here
on.
we go.
So you
Here
mean
we
to tell
go.
me the Lakers rosters is tighter than Washington's roster? Denver's,
Washington's ass too.
Detroit's roster
they only lost by 10. One.
only lost by 10. You had 22 turnovers.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hey,
you
wait.
you don't have a ball handler on the court.
Hey, what was they starting lineup last night?
Rui Hachimura, Max Christie, Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent.
Oh, that's a shitty ass lineup.
That ain't
Yes.
no shitty
Yes, it
lineup.
is.
Yes, it is.
That's terrible.
Come on,
That's
man.
terrible.
You mean to tell
Come
me
on.
you couldn't even bring D-Lo in to start?
So,
D'Lo's
so
on
hold
the
on,
bench.
hold on. So give me
I would have started D'Lo
So
over
hold
Gabe
on.
Vincent.
Give me one other team besides Dallas, Minnesota, Boston, Cleveland, Phoenix that got a better starting lineup than that. What's the Pelicans
Then the
lineup?
Lakers?
Yeah, what's the Pelicans lineup?
The Pelicans have Zion, Brandon
No,
Ingram.
they ain't one of them playing.
Hold on.
I'll take the Hawks.
You see what I'm saying?
What's
So that's-
Portland's lineup?
No.
Right.
I'll
Horrible
pull it. I'll
lineups.
pull it up.
They all got horrible lineups.
I'll pull it up right now. So
Stop making that
here's
excuse.
the team that they were
JJ
playing.
Redick ass. He
the-
can't
the
develop
team that they-
anybody.
Who did you say out of who?
Dude,
Out of,
the Lakers are just ass.
yeah, they are.
Wait,
They're
wait.
trash, bro. Their
Who-
roster's trash.
Who was they playing last
Everybody's
night?
roster
They're
is
playing
equal.
the Minnesota Timberwolves with Rudy Gobert,
Oh, they should've won
Jalen
by more than
McDaniels,
10.
Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards, and Mike Conley. And on the bench is Naz Reid, DiVincenzo, All out of our starting lineup, their first 7 players on their team.
I said
are better.
Minnesota. I
Yeah.
said Minnesota got a roster.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So who
But
else?
look at one of these other rosters. Go look at the Bulls roster. Go look at Washington's roster. Look at you see what I'm saying?
I mean,
Detroit
but
roster.
they're
Look at Detroit's roster.
the thing is
It's
that
only about a good 5 or 6 teams that
Hell.
got a packed roster, stacked
Even
roster.
Atlanta got a
Everybody else,
shitty ass roster,
Right.
and they just made
I-
the damn championship game
Right.
for the
coaching has
Look,
a lot
in-
to deal
in
with.
tournament-
man.
I
season.
understand it's coaching, but at the same time, they're not playing with starters. Like, okay, so let's go. Okay, so you got. Hold on, let me see if
This
I can
man
get.
always
some
trying to
numbers.
defend
Wait, wait.
the Lakers.
Hey,
I'm
wait.
just saying it's a shitty.
Wait, wait.
I've been saying
Hey,
it all
I'm-
season. It's
Let's
a
talk.
shitty
Let's
roster.
talk about teams in their division.
wait, hold up.
Pull
Wait
up
a minute.
another team in their
I was
division.
gonna pull up the Clippers.
Hold
Okay.
up.
Okay.
One
Good.
second.
Let's talk about the Clippers
Hey,
roster.
one Gabe Vincent just a starter on Miami not too long ago,
and on the
Hey,
finals. So that's what I'm saying.
Gabe,
He's not
okay,
a
no.
bum.
Gabe
Dude,
Vincent missed a whole year of basketball. Came back and has not scored a point.
but he was with Miami
He did
though.
that. What was that thing where he's
but
like
they-
had 32
So
minutes?
now when
and
JJ
zero-
Redick can't get him to score a point.
No. He
and he's a
can't.
shooter.
He can't. Actually, he came back at the end of last season, at the end of Darvin Ham, and got pushed to the bench for who's over back in the Mavericks right now, with the goatee. Nets and Mavericks. He was with the Nets. He was in the Mavericks. Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie.
Yeah. So it was Dinwiddie and Gabe Vincent, and Gabe Vincent wasn't giving any production on offense. This is last season, and then he ended up getting relegated to the bench. But because he had a multi-year contract, he came back and Dinwiddie didn't.
Pull up
So,
the Clippers roster.
I'm pulling up
man.
the Clippers.
Pull up the Clippers
Let's go
roster,
to the
man.
Clippers last game. against.
Who followed the Lakers roster's ass? Rob Pelinka.
It was Rob Pelinka's fault. I mean,
Your girl Jeannie Buss.
This is all carryover
Somebody
from.
bust
This
on
is
Jeannie
this is all
Buss.
carryover from
He tryna
Westbrook.
bust on Jeannie
This man
Buss.
top 5.
Yeah,
Okay,
hey,
so
Jeannie
here you
Buss
go, here
ain't
you go,
top
here you go,
5.
here
She
you go.
top 1.
Okay, so it's Zubats, Harden, Norman Powell, Nick Batum, and Dunn. On the
Okay.
bench, they have Porter.
Horrible starting 5.
That's a better starting 5 than what we have with AD.
Oh, AD is better than all those guys twice.
AD is better. Yeah, he's better than all of them.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
outside
AD,
of that, outside of that,
What's the Clippers bench?
Austin Reeves is the same
they have
level
a
as James
guy-
Harden.
they have Kofi. They have Kofi. They have Kevin Porter, who last night had 16 points.
One
Bones
time.
Highland, who had 13 points. And then outside of that, they got
That's a horrible roster, right? Ain't that a horrible roster?
it's not as bad as what the Lakers have.
Oh,
Hey,
yes,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
Yo, that's a bad.
just this
boy,
bad.
That's a bad roster. That just show you Ty Lue can coach.
Right. That's
They're-
a bad
no,
roster,
no.
bro.
They're only
Where's
they're only
their
a-
bigs?
they're
Where's
a half
their
a game.
bigs?
They're a half a game ahead of the Lakers right now.
Where
it's
are
not
they
like-
bigs?
You said where are they bigs?
Where are they bigs on that team? Just Zubox.
Yeah, it's just Zubats.
Just Zubox.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why
You see what I'm saying?
they're half. It's not that they're miles ahead of the Lakers right now. They're a half a game ahead. The Suns are a half a game ahead. The Timberwolves are a half a game ahead. The Nuggets are a game ahead. They're still right
the Nuggets
there.
got a horrible roster.
What seed is the Lakers sitting in right now?
10th.
Again.
But it's a half a game. So they're a half a game being tied for 7th.
No, but my point
it's
is,
not-
every
it's not
time
like they're
every
fourth
time
final.
I point
Are
out
y'all-
JJ Redick's coaching, you go back and say the roster.
Yes, it's the roster.
No, it's the coaching. It's not the roster.
Okay, well,
It's a little bit of both.
because
I'm gonna say
like,
that.
and here's the thing, because everybody keeps saying that Darvin Ham was such a
who
good
knew
coach.
anybody on OKC before they became who they became? They didn't. The only person they traded over there was Shai.
Yeah.
Everybody else they drafted. We didn't know those guys.
everybody
They were developed. Yeah. It's about developing the talent and developing the people you have. Everybody in the NBA was somebody we was like, wow, they're amazing, and they got drafted.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that they can't play.
I'm telling
You
you,
can't
I'm
tell
telling
me
you that
that.
the roster construction.
Max Christie can go to the G League and get 30 like Bron Jr. did.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me he can't play.
I'm telling you that the roster construction isn't good. There's a reason why they're not where they need to be.
Most teams' roster construction isn't good, is what I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, that's why
The
they're
Bulls
at
got
the bottom.
10 guards.
That's why they're in
that
10th.
construction is
That's-
horrible.
That's
Don't
why
even
they're in
talk about
10th
the
place.
Bulls.
Everybody who play the same position.
They're
you know
in
what I'm saying?
they're in 10th place. I mean, I'm looking at the rosters and it's kind of like even a little bit. With so you got the Lakers, Clippers, Suns, Timberwolves, Nuggets. They're kind of all in the same place.
Okay.
Where you see a good team is when you hit number 5, and that's the Warriors. The Warriors are 5 games behind. The Lakers are 6.5 games behind. The level of competition is pretty even. They're not that far behind.
Do me a solid.
But
and pull up
Houston's
the Bulls
number
roster.
2. Houston's number 2, and the Lakers have a better roster than Houston.
They do not. There's not. No, they do not.
The Lakers top heavy. They got Bron and AD.
I'm talking about players that are healthy playing right now.
I'm talking about their roster. You know what
Y'all
I'm saying?
still
Overall.
got,
Overall, I mean, if everybody on our roster was healthy, we'd be in second place.
Y'all still got
No.
Prince on the squad, right?
No,
Nah, he in Milwaukee.
no.
Well, he in Milwaukee now.
He's averaging only 7 points a game over there. It's not like he's doing that great.
y'all
hate
still
him.
got the rookie that y'all drafted, right?
Yeah, I don't think he played though.
Yeah, what's been going on with him? I ain't heard nothing with him in a few days.
Let me see.
And then
Remember, he was rookie of the year, right?
Yeah, he didn't play last night. Oh no, he did play.
Dalton Connect.
He came off the bench.
Oh, he back
We
on the
got-
bench now. So is he getting
we got
demoted? Is his
Ball.
career getting ruined by JJ Redick?
Craig,
No,
he's
it's
on the bench?
it's because LeBron didn't play.
Doherty, Giddy,
He can only play with LeBron.
Tucker.
No, but when you have 1, 2, 3, you don't have any size. So
I roster about the
Come
same
on,
as the
man.
no, I
motherfucking
mean,
damn Lakers.
where's he gonna play? Where's he gonna play? You have Rui Hachimura, Chris.
Rudy,
I mean,
he
I
can
don't
play over Rudy.
over Rui.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably like him coming off the bench more than I like Rui coming off the
So,
bench.
okay, Give me 3 players you'll trade off the Lakers right now.
Logistically, it doesn't make sense to trade 3 players off.
You see what I'm saying, man?
I'm saying that.
That's crazy.
Why? Where are you gonna trade him?
You sound like the damn Cowboys right now.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Be. If you're gonna say it, be realistic. Don't come up with hypotheticals where I'm gonna trade this player for that player and it all
give
works.
You some trades. I give you trade Austin Reeves and Russell for Levine and Vucevic.
Hey,
Oh God,
he don't want him. Hey, remember, he don't want Levine.
Why not?
No,
He don't want Levine.
You do not.
Why not?
That's not a good trade.
Vooch is not that good.
Vooch is giving them that extra center that they need. That starting
To do what? Just be big and play in the middle?
He
Hey,
giving you
wait,
2010.
wait. Hey, remember.
He giving you 2010.
No,
hey,
because you rebound
hold on.
doesn't mean you can
Remember,
defend.
He want Valanciunas.
No, you want a defender.
He got
Valanciunas.
He got 50
Look,
something
look,
put on
look.
him the other day by Jokic.
Okay, but it's you.
Come
on.
Okay.
That's a trade right there, though.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Be realistic.
No, Levine.
Let's be realistic.
Give me
Vucevic is
2
two
players that you
20-point
can trade.
scorers.
You cannot trade for Zach LaVine and for Vucevic because Zach LaVine makes $45 million.
Okay.
And there's
To be ass.
and Vucevic makes $20 million.
So that's $60 million. What's
the only players on the Lakers that make enough money for you to be? You'd have to trade LeBron.
No, you can take a penalty.
Okay.
You can take a penalty. Golden
Okay,
State.
wait,
You
wait,
can't
wait.
because
Look,
You can pay the tax. You can pay the
because
luxury tax.
You can't
Golden
pay,
State paid it for 20 years in a row.
You can't take in more salaries than you put out. Because
You just
of-
gotta pay
because
a
of the-
penalty.
No, because of the change in the CBA does not allow you to do it.
So then, who's one center?
What you mean
would
you
want?
can't take more than what you put out?
You can't take because of the tier that they're in with the new CBA as of this year. You can't send out more money than you bring back in.
All right.
It has to be almost flush even, or the trade does not work.
Like, nah, I can see. all
There's
that.
been so many complaints about the CBA and the fact
Right.
that it is so much harder to make trades.
Yeah.
It has to logistically fit. There are certain players who logistically fit that fit the amount of money that you want to put out before you start trading away actual good talent and or before you can just like add.
Now, I do understand what you're saying because
Yeah.
now they don't want no more than, what is it, 2 max players on the team anymore?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
So-
2 max players on the
But
team.
even if it's dollar for dollar, you can give me $60 million
2 max
off the
players.
Lakers.
So here's the thing.
I
want you.
You just told me they all was trash, so you
I
can give
want
me all
you to
of them.
put your GM hat on, and I want you to be the GM of the Lakers right now and tell me what you would do. Instead of bang. Chinny
by the
bust.
way, there's
He
only
told us what he would do.
by the
He
way,
could-
there's only 2
Valanciunas?
players. There's only 2 players on the Lakers that make more than $20 million, and that's Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Okay.
Everybody else makes less than.
Hey,
That
all right,
one's
Mr. GM.
predictable.
The
We
floor
knew
is
that.
yours. What would you do other than bang the owner?
I would have. I can't do the first trade that I wanted to do,
which is
which was I would have traded. I would have traded Gabe Vincent, and a gang of second round picks for Dennis Schroeder to get
Getting
him back.
Schroeder back, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's having a pretty efficient season. As far as addressing size, there's not many players out there you can get. And like I said, Valanciunas is a player that's not getting a lot of playing time where he's at.
What about Thomas Bryant? Bring him back.
he just got traded.
Yeah, he
Well,
just
you
got
can't
traded.
do it now
No,
since he just got
and
traded.
we tried Thomas Bryant twice.
He's actually going to the Pacers.
And one thing was with Thomas Bryant, he's great energy, but he can't defend to save his life. He can't.
Pick and roll.
Dude,
man.
just bring back
You can
Dwight.
pick and roll. He's a great offensive strength. He can stretch the floor, but he can't defend. And if you're gonna play, alongside, and he's not as big as what he seems. Pause.
I was about
It
to say.
sounds crazy.
He's
I was
not
like,
as big
yo,
as what
why
he
don't you
said.
just bring
That's
back,
something you know. I don't know nothing about that.
Why don't you just
Personal.
bring back old boy that banged up Khloe Kardashian then?
Who was that? You talking about Lamar
I was
Odom?
about to say
Tristan
Lamar Odom.
Thomas.
Oh, Tristan Thompson.
Why don't you
Yeah,
just go
Tristan
get Tristan
Thompson.
Thompson?
I mean, yeah, because he sits on the bench for Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's not an NBA player right now.
Him and LeBron don't go together no more.
A good option would be like a Brooke Lopez. You can redo the D'Lo trade all over
You
again.
can have Robin.
Well, I mean, if you can
They ain't
convince
giving up Brooke.
if you can convince them to take on D'Angelo Russell, maybe they need a point guard to just distribute the ball so that you can have what's his name?
But Dallas got where's Lynn at? Lynn at the big man. Did he still in Dallas? Or did he
Alex
go?
Lynn?
Yeah, did he
Alex
go to
Lynn.
Washington?
I think Alex Lynn
he's in
is
Washington.
in Washington.
So that's a good big man.
Alex.
Okay, here's
You
the
don't
thing.
know him?
Yeah, no, he played for
Dallas and then Washington.
What
Yeah,
would
he
you
played
He's
say?
a rim runner.
Oh, he
Yeah.
plays for the
And-
Kings.
He the Kings now?
Yeah.
yeah, no, you're
What
not
would you
getting
say
him.
to the Lakers if they revisit that trade? I remember at one point in time they was trying to trade for Trae Young.
No.
Fuck no.
No. You got to think. So look, whenever you think of Lakers, you got to think first off with two players, LeBron and AD. Those are your pillars, right? LeBron ain't playing no defense at all, none. It's just ain't none. And then
Why is that okay?
That's
he's-
a skeleton
he's-
walking
he's-
right
he's
there, man.
40, man. Like
So what?
He's
He's-
actually
he's
39.
40.
He's not 40.
I mean, there
Jordan
is-
played D at 40?
at the end of his career, Kobe wasn't playing no D either. That's just it's just
Yeah,
a thing.
Kobe was playing some D.
Yeah, you don't do Kobe like that.
By the
Kobe
way,
was playing D.
Alex Lynn is averaging 1.1 rebound this season. So
Dang, that's horrible.
I'll pass.
That's just what he averaging,
Dude,
but
just
actually
bring
what he
back-
can do.
Just bring
You
back
see him play,
Cousins
he can
in the
play.
league.
I mean, if he could play, but
Yeah, he just
Is
ain't in the
DeMarcus
right
still in
situation
shape?
if he only got
Hell
1
yeah,
point.
he is.
DeMarcus Cousins
Yeah,
still in
he
shape?
playing
He was
overseas.
playing in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he playing overseas.
who?
DeMarcus Cousins.
No, we tried that. It's not working out.
Well, try it again.
He can't. He
Why
doesn't play
are-
defense either.
Think about this.
He
Think about
doesn't
this.
play. Okay, DeMarcus Cousins
He's
is
asking
6
for a
foot
big
10.
man, and they have a big man. They got AD. No other team have people as big as AD. Everybody got 6'8", 6'7", 6'9".
AD is 6'11".
That's a good enough big man for any other team.
A big man that
Why
plays
do you need
defense.
another big man
That plays
AD,
defense.
Defensive Player of the Year potential.
Would you take
Because-
a rookie?
If he's formidable, yeah, sure,
Would you go take Zach Edey if you had a chance?
absolutely, absolutely.
just want to throw it out there.
Absolutely. You know what the Lakers should do? You know what the Lakers should do? They should go and ask Memphis for
So
two
why
of
do
those
they
centers
need
back.
anybody and
that
they got AD and LeBron? You got AD and LeBron.
because you don't.
I don't understand.
Because who else
You
you gonna
would've-
get?
you
At
would've-
at no time when the Bulls had Jordan and Pippen, they was like, "Oh, we just need to go get Scotty."
You
or
do agree
Tony
that you need a
Kukoc.
backup center, right?
No, Rudy Hachimura can play backup minutes for the center.
Hell no.
No, that's not.
What do you mean? He does it now.
That dude's
He does,
ass.
and that's why our record
That's
is the
what,
reason
that's
why
what
our
I'm
record
saying.
is.
That's what I'm saying. With the size of the centers in the league right now, you only have what about 3 or 4 7-footers.
You trying to kind of go? You
Nah,
trying to
the-
go small ball?
the
They
thing
all
is- the
playing
thing is
small
like-
ball now. So
the
you
thing
got
is like-
AD starting. He can take up all the big minutes.
The thing is like you need other players that just can defend, pretty much. I would,
They
you
don't
know what I would
necessarily
say.
have to be a center. though.
No, I would prefer center because that's the position where we're lacking the most. Where we have a lot of players right now are guards. We got a lot of guards, and we have wings that can't defend.
The league went from defense and people like Theo Radcliffe and Dikembe Mutombo being
Right.
able to stop everything to now we're going to create space and now everybody can shoot the ball. So they're promoting guards and small forwards like positionless basketball.
Right.
Exactly.
So they just ain't drafting the big men no more. So for the Lakers not to have big men, it's okay because nobody else have
Well,
them too.
because
either.
of the roster construction, I'll tell you this: the way that the Lakers win a championship is if they get a big man that can defend, so that Anthony Davis can play the 4 because he's not a natural center;
He's a stretch.
he's a stretch.
So that's what I'm saying. You wasting all this money on Anthony Davis and LeBron. And what are they giving you in the long run?
They got a ring in the last 5 years, but at the same time, as soon as they got a ring, they dismantled that concept. So if you go back and you redo what Frank Vogel had and you get them a center so that he can play the 4, roam around the court, be the defensive stopper that he is, LeBron will just play the small forward and then you have a couple guys who play guard, and it's
that
fine.
was what 4 years ago. The NBA has changed so much in those
And
4
they
years.
had
You don't
the-
have
they had the
centers
team.
anymore.
They
So you don't need that. You don't need that anymore.
Everybody
you do have it. You do have a center when every year we're getting put out by the best center in the world.
He
You
is
have
the
to go
same
to-
size as AD.
The thing, no,
he should be
Busting
able
his
to
ass.
guard
so
him.
much bigger. He's so much bigger.
No,
and the
he's
thing
not
is,
so much
the-
bigger.
The
he
thing
should be
is,
able to
is
guard him, and he used to be able to guard. He just don't do it anymore.
I would much rather have someone else, because then you also have like teams like the Grizzlies. Like Jaren Jackson is the same size as AD, right? But they have another center.
But
They
his
have
skill-
3 other centers.
But his skill set ain't like AD.
AD can play the center, but his skill set is better fit for 4.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So that's a perfect example of why you need to get AD as Zach Edey. They got 3 centers on that team outside of
But the Lakers
Jackson.
done had centers. They done tried this center thing. You said they never tried that concept. They tried that concept.
They tried
every
the concept,
year.
but they don't have the right
They-
the
you
personnel.
just can't get the-
you know
you
who
ain't getting
who
Dwight
we should
Howard
have
back.
You know
They
who we
got
should have
other
kept.
centers.
Who
They
was
tried
that?
everywhere.
You know who we should have kept? We should have kept Andre Drummond. We got him in
They
trade.
tried that twice.
Yeah,
No,
you shoulda
one
kept
time.
Just
him.
once.
One time. It was
Yeah,
it was a
shoulda
mid.
kept him.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
what
a
I'm saying.
mid-season
That
trade.
shit ain't
and he-
working. Centers ain't the do no more, man. Nobody backing up against
No,
because
I'm saying
nobody's doing
I'm
that
saying
anymore.
for defense, for just a player who can defend.
But
So
most
you
of the,
wanna
most
be-
of the centers right now can't defend.
So you want a defensive
That's why Rudy Gobert is-
center.
Yeah.
That's only one person out there. That's
And
Rudy
that's
Gobert.
why I agree
Nah,
with
he's
Mark.
ass.
Why don't you just go sign fucking Dwight Howard? Because he gonna come in and he gonna play defense.
Because he's almost 40 years old and he's not conditioned to play in
LeBron's
this
already
league.
almost 40 and look.
He's not conditioned to play in this
So
league.
besides Dwight Howard, name a defensive center.
So you keep dancing
Hold on.
around. Oh,
Besides, name a defensive center in the NBA.
Who can play defense?
yeah.
You're asking for something that don't exist.
No. Did you see Valanciunas just play Jokic
He
and
got
body up
ate
Jokic
He got 50 some points
You know,
done on him.
Valanciunas.
on
Yes.
on Valanciunas?
Yeah.
Hey,
Just
Wemby's a
recently?
center.
He
and
scored.
he's good on
Jokic,
defense.
Jokic
Wemby?
scored
But
50
but
something.
Wemby young though, so you know.
Porzingis.
Wemby,
Porzingis gets
help,
blocked.
that's help defense. That's what I'm saying. They don't exist.
That's all I'm saying is like all
Your
we
reality
need.
don't exist in the
All we
NBA
need
anymore.
is I'm telling you. Well, what we need is help defense.
What y'all need is a whole new team. That's what
Yeah,
you need.
yeah, blow it up.
That's why I was
get
gonna
rid
say,
of all of them.
When are y'all just gonna come down and take your dang on thumbs out your dang on buttholes and just say complete rebuild now?
yeah.
Oh, I'd be okay with that.
We fucked up. We brought JJ Redick in. We thought he was
No.
gonna save the world.
A
You
good
know what I'm
coach
saying?
a good coach isn't gonna overshadow a terrible roster
You crazy?
in the NBA.
We just showed you. You just put out the Clippers roster. We ain't never heard about the Clippers being anything
Good
bad.
coach is not
And they
gonna
always
overshadow
suck
a
rosters.
horrible
And the
roster.
Clippers have a great coach, and the Clippers are a half game ahead of the Lakers right now.
But we ain't never talked about the Clippers
Okay.
sucking
Yeah.
after all these years.
Wait,
no.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
Ty
I ain't
Lue is
gonna-
doing a great job of what he has.
Nah.
Hey,
It's always that.
Milwaukee roster is not that great, but look what Doc is doing with them now.
They roster is
Stop.
horrible. They roster is horrible.
They have Giannis.
But
You guys have LeBron.
We telling you, you got like LeBron and AD.
How old
They
is
got
Giannis,
Giannis
and
and
how old is
Dame.
LeBron?
They got Giannis and Dame.
Milwaukee has a way better roster. Than,
No,
Man,
they
come
do
yes,
not.
they do. Yes, they do. Here, pull up.
Hey,
I will pull,
you know
pull up their
what?
roster.
Hey,
They got
hey,
the man with 2 ankle problems,
Right.
And Middleton,
Milwaukee roster is horrible too.
like
Nah,
Everybody,
no.
that's why I didn't name them as one of the good roster teams. They got a bad roster too.
Here, I'll pull up their roster real quick.
Please do, man. Chris
They got
Middleton ain't what he
Giannis.
used to.
They have Giannis.
Good.
Okay, AD.
Lillard. We'll skip
Good.
Prince.
Well, Lillard, he's mediocre now.
Is he?
Yeah.
yes.
He's averaging 25, 4, and 7.
Keep going.
So
Prince.
what's
we'll
his
skip
plus
over him.
minus?
Prince. We'll
Skip
skip
over
Prince.
Prince.
I
He
can't
hate
stand
Prince.
him. I hate him. They got Gary Trent Jr., which I would love to have him.
Oh my God!
I
You
would.
could
I
have.
would.
Mediocre.
He's been on what 4 teams in the last 4 years.
It was
You
either
can
a
have
trade
him.
or something like that we
Yeah.
couldn't
You
get
can
done.
have
Brooke Lopez. I would love to have Brooke Lopez back. That's a center that I would love to get.
He's decent.
I would love to get. If we had Brooke Lopez, I would never complain.
You still
You
would.
still
but
wouldn't
next,
Nah, I think it'd be
'Cause
okay.
You got Bobby
That's it.
Portis.
After
Yeah,
Bobby,
you got
that's it.
Bobby Portis.
Eh.
You got who's I don't know A. Johnson. They got Pat Connaughton.
Pat
Who the
Connaughton
fuck
is
is
good.
that?
He's a shooter.
Pat Connaughton is good. He's a pure shooter.
He's a shooter.
Bobby Portis. Who I can't click on this other one. I don't know who it is.
And please don't say no damn Chris Middleton because he's a has-been now.
No, it's a green. I can't click on it, but whatever. But just that top 7 is better. Those are great. Those are better players than what we have on our team.
No. So you got the rookie of the year, right? That's what you said.
Dalton Connect.
Got the rookie of the year.
I didn't say he was rookie of the year. I said he's playing good. Come on. I never said that.
Got the rookie
You
of the
got
year.
Dalton Connect. He's a rookie.
You got Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves is solid.
You got
Mr. Man, I gotta
AD.
touch my
AD
head every
solid.
5 seconds.
You got LeBron.
LeBron solid.
You got D'Angelo Russell.
Not solid.
Ass.
That's an all-star.
Not
Ass.
solid.
I would do it.
Not
There's so
solid.
many other
Not
people. I
solid.
would
So you
go
mean to
over
tell
him.
me
Not
D'Angelo
solid.
Russell wouldn't average 20 points on any other team right now?
I'm
No.
not talking about offense. I'm talking
Okay.
about the fact that he gets played off the court.
But I'm just saying.
Rudy
saying,
Gobert.
you-
Rudy Gobert is like a 4-time defensive player of the year.
He gets played
but
off
he'll
the
get
court,
played
too.
off the court. It's a problem.
But a lot of people would love to have D'Angelo Russell.
A lot of people would love to have Rudy Gobert, but he gets played off the court. What I'm saying is that the roster construction doesn't make sense. We don't have a well-rounded roster. We don't have
Nobody does.
I
If you
agree.
do, you
I
win the
agree.
championship. Is
I
what I'm
agree.
telling you.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We need to make trades so we can win the championship.
Man,
because
y'all
we're not
got-
that far out. We're only a game and a half out of being in the.
You're not winning the
Just
championship.
because you're a
JJ, it's
game
not
and a
gonna
half
get
of
y'all
being in
to
the
the
play-in, don't mean you
all I'm
20
saying is
games
that-
out of being in
All
first.
I'm saying is that whether you have Darvin Ham, you have JJ Redick, you have whoever, with that roster, with what they got, they're not going to win anything.
But the year that y'all got Darwin Ham, y'all had the same roster, and that was 31. Y'all won 31 games before.
No, it was not the same roster.
a little
bet
bit
you.
better.
I bet you if they had Greg
was a little better.
Popovich, he'd be able to do something with that roster.
And 60% of the players that were playing on that team are injured now. So it's like, what do you do? If they can't play,
Blow up that
if
whole
they
team.
can't play, then what do you do?
Man, hey, look.
Man.
Hey, why don't you
Everybody
get on
in
the
the
phone
NBA can play.
and call your boy?
I'm not even. I'm telling you this. I'm not even watching the Lakers games right now until after.
Because they
until
turning it
after-
over too much.
until after the
trade
deadline.
deadline.
After
Yeah,
they
I'll
get-
see you guys.
after
in
they
February.
They're
get
not
rid
even
of-
gonna get anybody.
Is that
After they get rid of JJ.
Is that hurting your soul too much, man?
No, not at all. Because
You know what I'm saying?
I was a fan back when Kobe was tore his Achilles, and I was watching Jordan Clarkson be our best player.
Okay, well,
Julius
why don't you?
Randle
Hey,
now.
why don't you get on the phone, call your girl number 1, and be like, hey, baby, I gotta talk to you.
Pull
Hey,
an Ice Cube.
I'm telling you, there aren't trades out there
we
right
gotta
now.
blow this thing up.
There aren't trades out there right now, and I don't expect there to be any formidable trades until the trade deadline. The only thing I'm waiting for, because you got to think, like, if I'm a team and I want to get rid of a player, I want to get the most I can out of him right now, right?
True.
I have no reason to be desperate at all to make a trade unless it's mutually beneficial. And a lot of times when you're trading with the Lakers, it's not.
So
you
you
guys
mean-
should
so you
do
mean
what
to tell-
OKC did. And
Yeah,
just get
we-
hella draft picks.
we
Yeah,
should,
That's what I'm
but-
saying. You
but
mean
we
to tell
can't.
me Cleveland wouldn't give you Darius Garland,
No, they would not. trade.
one of their big men, for LeBron?
Oh, you're not doing that though.
Why not? Wouldn't you want to do what's best for your team? I mean, ain't
You
that
not
the
trading LeBron?
Ain't that the object of the whole thing?
Wait. Matter of fact, I even put it out in the air.
Darius Garland, Allen,
Hey,
for LeBron. That
right.
helps both
Hey,
teams.
Yo, let's put it out there in the air. What was this talk about LeBron so-called trying to get traded to Golden State?
Yeah.
To Golden State. Mm-hmm. And when they call, what they say?
This was real.
He said you gotta take my son too, and they was like, "Nah, man, I'm good."
No, they were gonna get him. They were
I
actually
heard
gonna
this
I'm
was
just
draft him.
recently, and Steph was like, I don't think it's good for LeBron to come here.
They didn't even say no. They just hung up.
No, last year.
No,
the-
we talking about this year.
Oh, this
Yeah,
year.
they're
this year-
revisiting it right now.
This year, there hasn't. The only person who's talked about LeBron James getting traded this year is Kendrick Perkins.
Nah.
Kendrick Perkins said that on.
So-
on
You're better
ESPN.
off at getting him at
Here's
your
the thing.
center shit.
You got some say the second best player ever to play the game of basketball. Y'all just gonna send this man out. Y'all just gonna
But
send
is
him
it-
out like that.
First off, you can't trade LeBron
Why not? Scottie
Because-
Pippen got traded.
because he signed a contract over the summer.
You talking about the no trade clause?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
Not a no trade clause.
No.
The one he signed over the summer.
You can't trade him at all this season.
Because he signed over.
Yeah,
the
you gotta
summer.
wait. You gotta wait until like 2 weeks, and this yeah.
No, here you can't.
Yeah, he's tradable.
I'm just saying.
It's just you can't do it at the beginning of the season. But
Y'all
that
just-
period is almost over with.
Y'all just gonna set
That
that
whole
man
period.
out like that. Now, if he stay with y'all all season and y'all don't even sniff the finals, that's bad.
It's
bro.
something with when you sign, you can't.
Yeah, you have
He
to
can't
wait.
be
You have to
traded.
wait until like the first quarter of the season is over with. But that period is about to be up.
I know after December 15th.
Yeah, that may
certain
be
players.
and
certain
LeBron
players
is one
can
of
be. Yeah, I gotta look it up to see.
Yeah,
But
he can be traded.
I mean, the thing is like,
He got no trade clause though.
yeah, and
That's the thing. That's
and-
what I thought you was gonna say. He got that no trade clause.
If you're LeBron James and everything that you hold dear is in Los Angeles, you're probably not gonna.
So that's why they were talking Golden State because it's still California.
exactly.
But they're not gonna do it.
They better do something because right now LeBron's he don't even want to show up to work. She's ashamed. He picked JJ Redick. He see that they ass.
Yeah, is
He
that
don't even want to show up and play.
is that the reason why he took personal days?
Yeah.
No, he's got a foot injury. He's had a foot injury this entire season, bro.
Why he can't just come out and say that?
He's not
But
out for
also-
injury right now.
No,
he's
not for
out
personal
for
reasons.
personal reasons.
But I will say this: like coming into the season, we already had the most. Our best defensive player was injured. Our backup center was injured. We have no backup center. We're playing with literally half our team.
I'm just hearing excuses.
No, I'm saying that we're injured and the roster sucks.
All right, man.
So
Everybody's
yeah,
too.
the entire
I ain't never been in the time. Even when
Nope.
Jordan was on the Wizards, I
in-
said the
nobody-
roster sucked.
Look, nobody
I
in the
never even said
organization,
that.
nobody in the organization is complaining about their play right now or JJ Redick because they said we didn't get anyone over the summer. This is coming from Rob Pelinka. We didn't get anybody over the summer. We're just going to play it out until the trade deadline.
And then
Whatever
JJ
happens,
And
happens.
they're still not gonna do anything.
They're gonna pull a Steve Nash on JJ at about trade deadline, and his ass gonna be out of there.
I don't see that.
They Steve Nashing him.
I don't see that.
We can go and put a pretty little boat on the Lakers.
I
man.
don't see how is I just don't understand how JJ Redick is a bad coach for being in the same spot as who's supposedly great coach.
Because when you watch the game, it's the energy and the effort that they not playing. They're turning it over 11 times in the first quarter and just letting them go down.
Is turning over 11 times is that JJ Redick bad coaching, or is that the fact that they don't have a ball handler on the court?
bad schemes. You bad schemes. So coach them up so they don't turn the ball
Dude,
over. They're
you're in the
professionals.
NBA. You should
You're
be able
NBA.
to
You can get the
dribble
ball
the
up the
ball.
court. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing in practice?
You should be able.
What
to
are you
create
doing
some
in
type of-
practice?
You don't have a ball handler on the court.
You
Yeah,
got
but you should
guards.
be able to create some
You can
type
bring
of
the ball.
scheme.
You're an NBA guard. You can bring the ball up
Hold
the
up,
court.
wait a minute, wait.
That's all you should be doing in practice then.
And I agree with him.
I don't want to hear that. He's been
The
doing it his
Denver
whole
Nuggets.
life.
Run their offense through Jokic. He bringing the ball up.
Yeah,
Come on now.
that's coaching, man.
Denver Nuggets
That's
are
coaching.
Denver Nuggets are a game ahead of the Lakers.
I'm just saying it's
but
coaching.
he
bro.
always bringing the ball up.
It's coaching.
I don't see. I'm just saying. that
Murray
he's not-
ain't bringing the
he's-
ball up.
All I'm
It's
saying is
coaching.
like he's not far off from any of these other teams.
It's coaching.
It's not like they're at the bottom of the league
They
right
replaced a good coach for a bad coach. That's the reason why they're in the place they're in.
now. Oh, that's the reason why they're in the same place as the good coach.
They replaced the good coach with the bad
They're
coach.
literally the same record as last year. Like I don't understand.
So you're telling me that they're going to make it to the Western Conference Finals like they did with him?
No,
Okay then.
no, because the same players who were playing are now injured. They're not playing.
Okay, well, can we just go and put your Laker talk to bed?
We can
man?
put it to bed. It doesn't make any sense to me.
GM.
but We can put it to bed. Oh no! Hey Google, turn that off.
What the
What the fuck?
Sorry, power control is not supported yet.
Bitch been
yeah,
listening
shit.
to us the
The
whole
whole
time.
time.
Oh shit!
Oh no! Hey
Is
Google,
it like going around the room?
turn off the podcast. Yeah, it should be off.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This nigga been recording us.
So-
well, I know we've been recording.
There's a camera right there.
Yeah,
Let's
but-
go and get to the next topic.
Yeah.
Let's
Fuck
see.
the Lakers.
Did you guys see Trey Young? Watch him out. You guys see Trey Young disrespect the Knicks? What did
Yeah.
the rolling the dice mean?
Because we're going to Vegas.
Shake 'em up,
Vegas.
shake
So
'em
the,
up,
the
shake 'em
final,
up, shake 'em
the
up.
semifinals
my
is
goodness.
was in Vegas,
Yeah.
which they lost today, so he shouldn't have done that. So now they're eliminated.
Exactly.
I mean, he only did it because of how much hate the Knicks give him, though.
Yeah. But what happened to the that's the Knicks, man. They ain't got no Anthony Masons, no Charles Oakley, no John Starks that's
They ain't
gonna
got
come
none-
smack the shit out of him.
They ain't got none of that, bro.
Like I would have
They ain't
smacked.
got-
What's different from somebody planting the flag? That's
They
the
ain't got-
same
they
thing.
ain't- Hey, they ain't got none of
I
that.
thought it was funny.
They ain't got none
I
of
ain't
that.
gonna lie.
I'd have
Hey.
just conveniently smacked the shit out of him.
You remember that year that they was playing, and I think he came and he knocked them out of the playoffs, and he gonna do this right here in the middle. I'd have ran over there and punched him. Like, man, no, you nothing to do that in the middle, dog.
Yeah, you keep on disrespecting us every time, bro.
Yeah, you know.
I would have a guy on. If I was the coach, I would have a guy on the team that's just there to smack the shit out of people like that. The nastiest,
Hey.
the nastiest out of the Tumbo. I'd be like, go get your ass out there, bro. There you go, smack the shit out of him.
You don't
like,
do
hey,
shit for this
be
team
like, check
anyways.
this out.
Hurry up.
You on here for a reason,
Hey,
bro.
you got 6 fouls a game. You better use every last single one of them motherfuckers.
That's how the boys used to do, bro. Like Buddha and Robert Parrish and them. And when they was at the end of the twilight of their careers,
6 fouls.
all they was out there to do was hack Shaq.
Shit, that's what.
Six
hey,
fouls on Shaq.
What you think? Why you think that? If you ever watch the Bad Boys documentary, the 30 for 30, Isaiah Thomas used to start the fight, but he was never the one really fighting. That's what he had Bill Laimbeer for, doing all the damn dirty work. Mark McGuire doing all the dirty work. Benny Johnson out there doing the damn dirty work. He had just started the fight and then run off, and then here they come.
Man, I'm glad you mentioned them Pistons, man. That was one hell of a team, man.
Yeah, that was a squad.
Did y'all know the highest scoring game in the NBA, right? It was between, I think, Denver and the Pistons.
Yeah,
Like 180 something to like 170 something.
that was a game.
2 threes. Only 2 threes.
How many quarters?
4 quarters.
4.
What you mean? How
No
many quarters?
defense?
Defense. They was playing defense.
They was D'ing.
They were beating their asses.
They was D'ing up.
Only 2 threes.
How you play defense and you score 180 points?
Efficiency.
That's an
Yeah.
all-star game.
So they win it.
Some people are about to be like,
Do
when he
y'all
was
know?
like,
Have you heard of
dribbling
Alex
his
English? That's probably a little bit before y'all.
No, I
time.
heard of Alex English. Yeah.
So Alex English was the
Sounds
KD
familiar.
before KD. He probably was the most efficient player. So Alex English in the 80s, he scored more points than any player in the 80s, in the era of the 80s. So he was like the KD before KD. Smooth, one dribble, boom, pull up, swish, swish. So they had Alex English on the team, a couple other guys, Michael Adams, and the Pistons. They had the bad boy Pistons.
Yeah.
So we know who they had: Rodman, Jadu Mars, Vinny Johnson, Isaiah. I think Isaiah had 20-some assists that game too, but 2 threes was shot in the whole game, and that's the most points ever scored in an NBA game, and that's the most efficient game in NBA history. So, with me going, kind of transition into, the other topic that we have with the skills for the who's more skilled, the Michael Jordan era or the LeBron James era. I think this is pretty much a good example of how skilled the players in the 80s were, compared to the players now.
Yeah.
Because still to this day, even with all the 3-pointers that they shoot, they still haven't scored 180 points in a game.
No.
So what is that saying?
So I guess we can go into that topic. Are players more skilled in the LeBron era or Jordan era? What are you counting as the LeBron era? When does that start?
LeBron era, I would have to say.
Are
I
we
say
talking
2010.
LeBron really don't have an era. He shared it with so many people, but
Yeah.
but I feel
Are we going all the way to 04 or are we starting in 2010?
let's say 20 about 2010. I mean that's about the same.
Because you
right?
got to think about it. 90s was Jordan. And then 2000 to 2010 was Kobe. And then 2010 to now is LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But you can say, shit, LeBron kind of shared that with Steph, though. So
Yeah, he did. He started with a Steph, Kawhi.
and
He got a couple rings in that era.
and KD and
Only reason why I say LeBron ruled that era is because of the inevitability of him making the finals. That going to the finals 7 straight times is ridiculous.
but Steph was right there with him though.
Steph had KD,
He was winning.
Yeah, for
Yeah, that was before he had KD though.
but
So
he
we're
went
gonna act
twice
like
with-
LeBron ain't had nobody though, right?
No, LeBron had help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, LeBron had help, but it's just like it's
not like KD type help.
you
So-
take a team that won 73 games and you add KD to it. It's kind of a cheat code.
So skill wise, who do you think had the better skilled player? You think the players are more
I think-
skilled now
I think-
today
I think
than they
the-
were back in the day?
I think the players shoot better now
Why would you say that?
because they have better outside shooting. And
Why-
I
why would you
understand.
Yeah,
think
you
that-
have to
I
because that's all you
understand.
do now.
They don't
I
though.
understand that the players back in those days had the ability to shoot, but I think from the range that they're shooting now, like players can pull up from literally half court,
yeah.
and that is a skill. I think the shooting is better. I believe the footwork and ball handling were better during Jordan's era because they had real true point guards that didn't do anything but play point guard. And they had real true big men that played. I think you can go position by position, I guess. But when it came to ball handling skills and footwork and things like that, I mean, back then they would practice. Now teams don't practice. Good teams don't practice. The best teams in the NBA don't hold a practice. The majority of the LeBron teams up until this year didn't practice.
It's mostly
Okay, so
a shoot around.
Let me go
Not
with
even.
the so you say the shooting is better.
Yeah.
So right now in this era, the teams are shooting about 34 threes a game. In the 90s, they were shooting 9 threes a game.
Yeah.
That's a big difference
It's a huge difference.
in attempts. So they're shooting 36% now.
Mm-hmm.
In the 90s, they shot 34%.
You said 36% now and 34%?
Yeah. In the 2000s, they shot 35%. In 2010, they shot 35%. So there's no difference in the shooting. They're just shooting more threes and missing them. So you're shooting, if you're shooting 34 threes,
But it's
You're missing-
It's impressive though to have that much volume and still maintain a better clip, right?
a better clip, 2 points of percentage points? That's not a better clip.
But you're talking now instead of having just, certain players like you have your Larry Bird or you have your Steve Kerr, and those are the only players on your team that shoot 3-pointers, right? Now you have every single player on your team shooting 3-pointers, including your center.
But missing them, though. But you're missing them.
I understand that. I'm when I think of it, I'm not thinking about going against the whole entire yard. I'm talking about taking the cream of the crop here and taking the cream of the crop there.
Okay.
Taking your Team USA versus Team USA.
Okay.
And I think that today's Team USA destroys
No,
the
th-
yesteryear's USA.
Those players were way more efficient then.
Nah.
Way more efficient. Way more efficient.
I get it. But
And they played offense and defense.
I would rather take
the
Jordan era.
So the difference is
100%.
now. Look,
when you say skill, I say
This is why-
skilled. Yes, I would say skilled, but not like better shooting.
players.
No.
This is why the players look skilled and they look like they can shoot now because you're allowed to dribble, travel, carry, do all that stuff, and not have anybody touch you. So in the 90s, if you can be touched, you can be held. Now, if anybody touch you at any point, it's a foul. So you're allowed to gather step, hop step,
Oh yeah.
all of these travel moves that were called travel.
Euro.
You're a little carry, all this stuff to make the game look fancy and make it look like you're more skilled than things that wasn't allowed in those days.
No, I'm saying when it comes to footwork and skills and those things, it was better in Jordan's day.
But
But when it comes to just range of shooting, just the range, I don't think if you take I don't think if you take Jordan's guys and put them in today's league and with today's rules that they would just average better. I think
They will average way better because they're used to people being able to hold them. Pretty much when you got that hand check on them, you put all your strength on them, you can guide them where you want them to go. So they're used to that. Imagine them having nobody able to stick in front of them and they running around.
You don't think that today's players will be able to adjust?
They'll be able to adjust, but they just like and it would be the same like it was in that era. That's why those players shine. So those players are still shine over these players. Mm-hmm. So you'll have those same players who are stars be stars now, but there'll be even more stars because of the rules is so lackadaisical. So they'll have let's put 5 more points for everybody on free throws. So if, let's say a player like Mark Price, he's shooting 40% from the 3-point line, but he only shooting 5 a game. Imagine if he shot 15 a game like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry did. You know, he gonna shoot the same percentages as them, but that doesn't make them a better shooter.
Why didn't they?
Why didn't what?
Why didn't he shoot at a higher clip?
Because it wasn't part of the game.
And it wasn't, why would you?
It wasn't part of the game. It wasn't.
It hasn't proven that it's won anything.
Yeah, it was never used more so as like a weapon as it is like now. You know, they played the game where it's like, hey, we gonna take the best high percentage
every time
shot. Now, today's game, a high percentage shot for them is a 3. You don't see nobody using a deadly mid-range game. Only person you see a mid-range game coming from right now is DeMar DeRozan. And
yeah, because 2 beats 3.
Yeah, and he'll kill you in the mid-range games. But somebody like Steph Curry, he has to shoot threes because when Steph Curry first came in the league, once he started going in there with them tall trees like that and getting injured, he realized, like, hold up, I got to change my game. And once he did that and started shooting a whole bunch of threes, okay, that completely opened the whole league up. Now you got kids and everybody thinking I'm the next Steph Curry, thinking that I could pull up from half court,
right,
that this is the more easiest shot.
Now they start letting you be able to travel going backwards. Like, come on, a hop step going backwards? Man, you can do that now.
Right, and then now, like, far as the hand check, hand check, I could put you right here, and if you go this way, I could put you that way. I could put you here. Now, I got to have my elbow out here. That's the best I can do. Elbow, and then I got to put here. Man, you can roll off this elbow and go this way. I can't put this elbow out here as basis to me. You roll off my hand, I could literally put my hand right back there and stop. No, it's totally different now. You know what I'm saying? So the percentage shots were better and skill. And far as like you saying, the dribbling, yeah, you literally had to be a point guard to be able to break all that down.
Are we talking about athleticism or are you just talking about?
I'm talking about just like skill set as it is already. Like
what you have in your bag.
Because
yeah,
you just said that the Lakers got people who can't bring the ball up the court.
Right.
At no point in any NBA team in the Jordan era that anybody couldn't bring the ball up the court.
You got to think about it, though. Everybody in that Jordan era was, as soon as the game was done, hey, let's go practice.
Nah.
Yes.
They were getting high. Look it up.
Dude.
They were doing coke.
Yeah.
They were gambling.
that I know.
They were
That's
drinking.
the 80s.
They did
I'm not talking about
the 80s and the 90s.
No, I'm talking about like
The 80s and the 90s.
I'm talking about 90s versus 2010s.
Yeah, they
was
were
getting high
they
in
were
the
doing
90s.
that too.
They were.
Yes.
Not as high
Jordan
range.
didn't go-
in
But
it.
you got to think about it, though.
Jordan
a lot,
stayed at the casino all night.
Some of them were actually putting in the work, though. Nowadays, ain't nobody putting in work.
Right.
I think the level of talent is a lot higher now than it was then.
Nah.
I think the field is more competitive.
I feel like a lot of kids nowadays, high school, college, and all that, they just want to be fancy with it.
Right.
They're
But
not thinking, oh, let me.
But with
that
that being said, I do think with everybody doing all that, it is harder to get in because everybody's doing all that now.
Wouldn't that mean a higher level of competition?
No,
Yeah.
no.
No, not really, because
It's just that what they're looking for specifically. That's
Right.
what the league is looking for specifically.
So, let's think about this. In the 80s and the 90s, you literally had to have a skill set, right? So let's take a player like Dennis Rodman. Before Dennis Rodman had got to the NBA, if you look when he was in college, Dennis Rodman was averaging maybe like a double every game. He was putting up like 20 and maybe like 10 or 20 and 20 a game. But once he got to the Pistons, that's like, well, you don't really need to score much like that. What he was like, I don't want to score. I'm putting all my effort into defense. And he transcended all that. Okay, now positionless basketball. That's what we see now. We don't see a true big man. We don't see a true small forward. We don't see a true point guard anymore. That's why you see Jokic bringing the ball up. I'm like, hold up. You a big man. I don't want my big man bringing the ball up. I want your butt down there in the hole, posting up, ready to go to work like a Shaq.
You don't think that's progressive ball though? Because look at what he's able to do.
No, Shaq was able to do that.
No, I
Just
mean, like,
because the league promoting that, they're allowing him to get away with stuff that they wasn't allowed to get away with. He'll come up and push you on off. You know what I'm saying? That's a foul.
Shit, look at fucking
no, I'm saying
like
like,
Rodman.
what's wrong with
Yeah.
Jokic bringing the ball up?
It's not like it's nothing.
You have a point guard for a reason.
right.
So you mean to tell me if Jokic is bringing the ball up and I'm coaching against him, I put Artest or somebody on him, he or just a defensive stopper, Joe Dumars, he's going to be able to bring the ball up on them?
It's gonna be hard.
They're letting Jokic bring the ball up. That's what I'm saying. They're letting
I see
him
what
bring
you-
the ball up.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Put somebody on him, and he ain't gonna be able to bring the ball up. He's a dang on center. He gonna have to turn
Because-
10 times, and by the time you do that, it's gonna be 10 seconds.
Because by him bringing the ball up, you don't see Joel Embiid guarding him 94 feet from the other end.
No,
Right.
I will tell you this because this is one of my biggest gripes with my personal team. They don't play defense anymore in the league. The league does not play defense. There are very few teams that play defense.
And that's the league's
The boys
fault.
in OKC, they play defense, which is why they're the best team in the league. They have great wing defenders. They have great big men. Like
They got an international coach who bring an international style.
right.
So that's why they're different from the teams
overseas,
in the U.S.
Overseas, they play defense.
Oh yeah, overseas they play defense like all day.
In the NBA, they don't really play defense, and it just sucks.
It's all about the
There's
the
at
show.
least like 5 good people that play defense. That's it.
I will say the players back in the older era, overall would probably be more skilled because of that kind of just pushes.
I
it
mean,
over.
think about Rodman. Back to Rodman, dude. He would literally stand under the rim, see how someone shot, be like, "All right,
And
I know where the ball's going."
And you take our best defensive player of our era against Rodman, and it's not even close.
And think about it. Now, Rodman was able, like a Rodman, a Wilt, Bill Russell, they was able to stand in the lane. You can't do that now. Defensive 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You got to get your butt out of the
Yeah.
dang on paint.
So
So,
that
like,
opens up the lane for somebody to go dunk it.
so now that opens somebody up for like a John Morant to take my dang on guard off, and I can't guard the dang on paint.
I mean, those are the rules of the game. I don't make those.
Right. I'm
But
just saying. But
it's-
it opens
it's-
the
yeah.
game up to what it is
it would
now.
be very
and they're
interesting to
losing their
see-
shine.
It'd be very interesting to see how those players would have played with today's rules, and vice versa. It's an interesting conversation.
See, look at a player like Charles Barkley when you talk about skill level. A 6'4" power forward
Yeah.
who can get you 20-20
Yeah.
against 7-footers.
Yeah.
Come on. Nobody look at Charles Barkley as, you hear about Charles Barkley and you think that he was a big man.
Right.
6'4".
No doubt. And put it even in more perspective. A lot of people don't really like talk about him much, but I still liked him. John Stockton was a true musician, point guard. Like this dude
Yes. Steals too.
steals, led the league in steals, led the league in like assists. Didn't really score much, but when he shot his jumper, he shot it. But like would break you down easily off the dribble, knowing exactly where everybody was supposed to be at and everything else. So I'm looking like, come on now. You don't see point guards doing that now. Hey, hold up. I'm finna run the show. You know what I'm saying? Even Michael Jordan, I done seen him a couple of times. If Mike had the ball at the top of the key, Mike would be like, hey, go. And then Mike will look at you like, I said go. You know what? Fine then. If you ain't going this way, I'm gonna take over. That was Mike.
But if you think about it, I know you watch a lot of basketball and you watched it then. That's the difference in what you see in basketball
Yeah.
today. They're
Yeah.
fast. Everything is fast. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But
Everything
we
is
know
fast.
you got to slow the shit up.
Yeah.
You got to slow the game up.
Well, and then their reasoning is they're playing the numbers game.
Yeah.
If my pace, if I'm outpacing you, and I can go down there, boom, score, and then you slow the ball up,
Yeah.
and then I go back, boom, score, and then you slow the
Right.
ball up.
Yeah,
And miss.
that's what the Lakers.
And then-
The Lakers brought that to the table in 1980.
Yeah,
that's
Showtime.
Showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Run down the court, run to your spot real quick, and let's try to score.
It's all your fault.
Hey, I can put you one like this. Michael Jordan broke it down to Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was like, "Hey, Mike, man, how did you end up with 50 points for the night?" Mike had broke it down to him quarter by quarter. He was like, "Look, first quarter, I just had 10 this quarter. And then the next quarter, I had 10 here." He was like, "This quarter, I might have 12. And then this fourth quarter, that's when I ramped it up a dang on notch." I'm
Yeah,
looking
he was like, but he was like 2 layups, a free throw. He
Right.
broke it down like that. He was like, all that was a jumper, 2 layups, 3 free throws. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's how Jordan broke it down each quarter.
I remember
That's why
seeing
he
that
knew.
interview.
That's why he was able to get 30 every night without even trying because he broke it down by quarter. That's why he was the scoring champ 10 years in a row.
Well, we'll go ahead and end on that. We 2 hours in. I know it was a couple things that we were going to get to, and we'll definitely save those for next week. But 2 hours in, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for you guys. We appreciate you guys rocking with us today. Thank you for chiming in. If you're watching live, we appreciate all the interaction there. It was a vibe. It was real. This is the panel. They call me Swill, and we will see you guys very, very soon.
Yo, practice what you preach.